going. So, welcome to session number 35. And so, previously, Raging Ire won the expert rank martial tournament, and the entire group was invited to the Valenstar Celebration at Gadrak on Nibbin Day 5th of Salium. You discover that the sword and shield symbol is the sigil of the Blackstone Blade, a well-known weapon shop. You also discovered the meaning of the guild symbol found on the medallion during the festival. After investigating the Blackstone Blade, you found out the meeting was cancelled, but another will occur on Barisha Day the 4th at midnight, tonight. You learned about Lavinia, the ring Gimbal had given her, and been sent to retrieve it before it's too late. You finally tracked it down, retrieving it from Farrelly, Dolores' new girlfriend. You investigated the loan sharks and determined them to be a business called Joaquin Services. You discovered the location of Joaquin Services' main base of operation, a rundown shop not too far away. Devak, you underwent the test at the necropolis for the Circle of Light and passed. Devak, you are also expected to return tonight at midnight for the official ceremony so you can gain full access. After interrogating your prisoners, you decided to investigate Joaquin Services. You managed to find the deed to Lavinia's shop, find out about the organization's plans, and destroyed the operation. I'm sorry. You managed to, in doing so, you may have started a rumor about the master. You investigated Kensing Carpentry, stealing a wagon and searching its contents for drugs. You found no drugs, but Ire, Galen, and Devak were arrested in the process after planting said drugs. The guards discovered that you believed that the blue sand was being produced at Kensing Carpentry, and they let you go with a 700 silver fine for property damage and theft in order to produce real evidence off the record. You were able to find the blue sand production and clues possibly linking the operation to Humila Valenstar. As we begin, it is in the evening on Barisha Day, 4th of Cilium. So what do you do?
Are any of the guilds still open?
Most likely, yeah. They would probably be closing soon, but still open.
All right. Well, in that case, I think I want to go ahead and stop by one of those. Actually, the Arcane Tower specifically.
Okay. So it takes you about 15 minutes to get there, but you arrive. What do you do?
All right. I'm going to check in, and I'm interested in looking for scrolls of sending.
You get directed to one of the representatives that deals with members, and then you see a mage. You get seated in a room with you and the group, and a mage walks in, and then he says, "So I hear that you are seeking a scroll. What is your purpose?"
I'm trying to contact family members.
I see. Well, we can give you a discount, a 25% discount for being a member, and so we'd be willing to sell you a scroll of sending for 1,500 silvers.
All right. Do you happen to have 2?
Yes.
All right. Well, I think I will happily take both of them then.
All right. So he takes the 3,000 silvers from you and hands you back 2 scrolls.
Okay, so I guess that dumps me down to 8 flat. Yep, that looks right. All right. Thank you very much. And I'll go ahead and head off on my way.
Okay. And it looks like Mel has arrived, so welcome, Oreo.
Yep. Sorry about that, guys.
Yeah, no problem.
Also, I left something in the chat. I didn't want to interrupt the thing there, but add another 4 gold to each of your character sheets because that's from the gold that the other guys didn't want to take. Could have done that last session, but it's 4 gold.
Oh, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Yeah, I can understand why, you know, they wouldn't want the tainted gold, especially our paladin with a criminal record.
Hmm.
Alrighty, so you've just acquired scrolls. It is early evening on the 4th, so what is your next plan?
Um, has anybody got anything, or are we going to go ahead and start prepping for midnight?
Yeah, I just want to recheck again, Jeremy, the thing that I found from the chest. It had no particular date or anything. It just said to go to a certain person with the gold, right? Or with the silver.
Yes. You
Okay, yeah,
should
that
still
can work.
have the note in your possession.
Yeah, I don't have it open immediately right now, but I just want to double check, just kind of top of mind. But okay, that's fine. As long as there was no date, then yeah, I have nothing the from my end.
Of course, that also means that you can do whenever you want.
Yeah, but I just don't know how. I mean, technically, the thing with Devok is by himself. I look over Devok. Is this something you have to do again by yourself?
Yes.
That's what I thought. Okay. I mean, sure, if
That's
that's the
going to be,
case.
and that's going to be a scheduling conflict for us because we've all got something else to do at midnight.
Yeah, the
Is that
rest of us
meeting with
have to go to
conspirators?
that meeting at midnight for the tournament murder plot.
Ah, okay. Yeah, good point. All right, sure. I will tell you guys that I will be back and taking. Yeah, I'll just start. I mean, I already look kind of skeptical as it is with the cloak and everything. So yeah, I'm just gonna go as is and start heading to that spot. But I'll tell you guys I'll be back later.
Okay.
Alrighty.
All right.
Let me go ahead and send you to the map then. It looks like it'll take you probably about half an hour or so to get there. And it's just Oreo, but I guess I'll let the rest of you guys just sit there for now. So Oreo, you make your way to the Metal Forgers Guild. You can see it from a distance since it's a rather large building and has prominent signs out front. And you arrive at the front door. So what do you do?
Being the one that I'm currently standing in front of.
Yeah.
Okay. Um, I'm trying to find the note again. What was the name of the note? I'm sorry.
I think it's under handouts.
It is, but I'm just for whatever reason the one note that
Yeah, let
I
me
mean from
look.
the latest
Not
one.
Jared, not Tim. I could swear I gave it to you.
I remember seeing it too. But all the ones that are in there are related to the current stuff that we're doing.
Oh, it's a full barrow note. It's going to be at the very top
Oh, that's why. Okay.
because
All
that's
right.
where you found it.
So right. Okay. So I'm just looking at the thing to be sure about. Oh, well then I should have taken shit. Okay, hold on. Let me modify my sheet because I need to make sure I've got the silvers to begin with. Um. All right, and it says arrive. Go to. All right. Well, yeah. I guess she'll have the note at the ready, but just keep it tucked, and she'll go in and see what she first sees.
Okay, let me go ahead and open the door for you. So yeah, you open the door. The place is still open. You can see that it is. It's pretty busy. You can see a tall, muscular woman looking at some sort of notice board. You see someone sitting behind what looks like a desk. You see some stairs leading, upward, and then you see a door to the north and a door to the south.
I'll go up to the desk guy here because he looks like he might know his way around this spot and just be like, hey, who do I find, where is a Halic in this place?
Oh, He actually serves drinks part time for members. So go through the north door and you'll spot him real quick.
Okay, thank you very much. She will make her way over. Anything about these boards, like the stuff that's on the boards that this particular elf is looking at? Just kind of curious of what's on the board.
You look at it, it appears to be various different jobs for making various pieces of equipment. And so it's requests for or requests for equipment being made, it's equipment being sold, um, and job postings.
Gotcha. Okay. Making a note of that, but well,
You
thought somebody.
you walk through and you see someone behind what looks like a bar, and to the north you see some tables, and you see a couple of people, a dwarf and a human, who are sitting there drinking and eating some sort of food. And then you hear the person behind the bar, "Keep it quiet over there, you two. We have guests." And then she looks over your way. "Hello, lady. How can I help you?"
Kalik? With a question mark kind of intonation.
Yes, that is. It is Kalik.
I'm business, and I hand over the note and the silvers.
Okay. He starts. He looks over the note, and he looks up at you, and he's like, "I must have been misinformed. I was expecting a decidedly bulkier individual. But
Change of plans.
yeah. So who was it that sent you exactly?"
I was just given this information as a hire, so uh, unfortunately, I don't have that information.
Yeah, he's
Maybe for privacy purposes?
he's looking at you. Go ahead and give me a. Are you trying to deceive him or just persuade him that you just don't know?
Either one would suck, but sure, I'll persuade him because she genuinely doesn't know.
Okay, fair enough. Go ahead and make a persuasion check. He looks at you, cocks an eye, and he says, "Something doesn't seem right. Let me go. Let me go. Maybe there has been a change of plans. I could be mistaken. I'm gonna need to go upstairs and check out real quick. And while I'm gone, no one is coming back and touching anything. Do you understand?" And the dwarf looks back. He's like, "I'd never do that." And then you see Kalak just kind of start heading out. Oops, sorry, I meant to move him, not you. And he starts heading toward the stairs. So what do you do?
Follow, but be stealth.
Okay, go ahead and make a stealth check. All right, let me. All right, so you've seen that he's walked up the stairs, and then you see him quickly open a door, walk into a room, and then you hear him whispering on the other side. So what do you do?
I like to be by the door and listen as much as I possibly can.
Okay, go ahead and make a perception check. You hear a bunch of mumbling, and it seems like for some reason he's being pretty quiet, and you can hear voices from other rooms in the hallway, so that's kind of making it harder to listen. And then of course down below. The sound of the forges is quite loud and is also drowning out the sound. So unfortunately, you are unable to make out anything. So what do you do?
Give me a second.
Say that again?
Give me a second.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
I'm literally trying to think on the spot here.
Yeah, no problem.
Let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna go back downstairs to the area that we were in, the bar area.
Okay.
Um,
All right. So a few minutes later, you can Oops, wrong button. You can see.
Well, actually, I mean, could I have taken those minutes to actually kind of scope the area a little bit more carefully as I come back in here?
Yeah, sure.
Like,
Yeah.
can I just overhear what these guys are saying and kind of just see who else or who all is in this area?
Okay. Yeah, you see, like I said, you see the dwarf and the human. They seem to be drinking more or less on their own. They're sitting somewhat close, but they're not actually talking to each other. They seem to be engrossed in their drinks. And then you can hear the sound of hammer on metal from the nearby room, and just getting closer, you can kind of start feeling the heat. And it appears to be some sort of forge or area like that.
Everybody is currently completely engrossed in what they're doing.
Um, the two guys drinking are engrossed. The people in the forge, they may not be, but with the sound of the hammers, it would be really hard to hear if they're saying anything from that far away.
Like to from this spot again. I've only got a couple minutes, so all I'm trying to do is being as stealthy as I possibly can. See if there's anything like keys or anything behind this counter where this guy's been working at, just sparingly laying around, or anywhere that I can kind of get a glimpse at.
Okay, go ahead and make a perception check.
Please, for the love of God. Oh, thank God.
You're looking around, and you notice a list of some sort, and it says on the list cloaks, and it lists a bunch of names.
What are, I mean, okay, so I just get
So
any names at the top of the list that stand out?
yeah, so it seems to just be it says cloaks on there, and then it just seems to be a list of names underneath that.
Huh.
And you notice that some of them are crossed out.
Which ones are not crossed out?
There's probably about 6 of them. One would have a name like Joshua. One would be Samuel. One would be Dave, etc. Just a bunch of different names.
And it just says cloak. There's no particular name to him or anything.
Yeah, it just says cloaks and then a list of names underneath.
I'll take the list.
Okay.
Taking the list and then just wait out the counter, kind of just pretend like, okay, I'm just here waiting.
Okay, so eventually Collet comes down the stairs and he says, I'm sorry, miss. Unless you can provide me with the name of the person who sent you, I'm afraid I can't honor that agreement.
Geez, let's see. I mean, my employer's not going to be happy, so I mean, if you have to take it up with him, then good luck, because he's not a pretty person to come by. I don't know, have you heard of the name Master by any chance?
Is this an attempt at intimidation?
I guess so, yeah.
Yeah,
Seems
go ahead
like
and
it.
give me a roll. Yeah, he's thinking like, I don't know any master, miss. And as far as your employer, he can be as angry as he wants. It doesn't matter to me. Unless you got a name, there's nothing I can do, I'm afraid.
All right, fair enough. And I will uh, take the note and silver back because that was part of the arrangement and take off.
All right. All right, you do so. Do you do anything else here before you leave?
Oh, no. I literally say I take off. Like, I've got
Okay.
nothing else.
All right, I'll take you back to the map then.
So while she was gone, there were a couple of things that we kind of need to take care of early on. So one is that we still have the matter of the thug that we need to go ahead and give one last more meal and then release him with his instructions.
Okay. So you go and wake him up and you feed him, and he's kind of he's still somewhat fearful, but at this point in time, you can tell he's pretty much just given up. It's just like whatever happens, happens kind of deal.
Yeah.
So what do you do?
Um, yeah, I guess at this point, okay, the
Cheer up,
master's
little
immediate.
man. You should be happy. Today is your good lucky day.
Is it?
Yeah, I won't have to be feeding you no more.
That sounds ominous.
Ah, yes, really lucky. Well, either way, it doesn't matter at this point.
Well, we do have a favor to ask of you. One is that before you leave town, you might want to make sure that your associates know not to mess with the master. You'll probably hear about some of his handiwork as you go around. Um, as long as you've done that, you're free to go about your business.
Yeah, he looks between the two of you and he says, "So you're letting me go?"
That's what we promised.
Well, he shrugs and he says, "To be honest, I didn't think it would happen. No offense, but I was expecting to die at the end."
No, you were cooperative. You did not get to die at the end. Your compadre, on the other hand, didn't get a chance. Okay.
Yeah, I get that. Well, if you're letting me go, then I'd probably move quickly before you change your mind. I hope you don't. I hope you understand. And then he starts heading for the door.
If we should cross paths again, as long as you can cooperate with us in the future, we can promise similar treatment. Well, maybe minus the bonking on the head.
He looks back and he says, "I hope I never meet any of you ever again." And then he leaves.
All right. So after he heads out, for Siri, there was something that I had noticed in my research that, as far as scrying, I'll eventually be able to do that myself.
Mhm.
However, I could really stand the ability to do that sooner. Um, as far as I can tell, I mean, yeah, your research, you'd probably be able to find out if there are any magic items that could do something like that, right?
Oh, yes, yes. For scrying, there are magic mirrors and magic orbs. The ball of crystal. Yes.
Because if we could track one down, I mean, who knows? I mean, you'd think somebody's got to have one. I mean, I don't know how hard one would be to obtain, but I don't know if there's any way you could pursue any leads on that, since you have more
I
knowledge
do
on
know.
that.
Yeah, I do know that they are not common, but I think I might be asking my friend.
All right.
All right. So what do you guys do next?
I can head on down to Gimbals if it's still, open.
Okay. So you head to Gimbals, and you can see that he's just about to close shop. He's outside, just about to close the door, and then he sees you coming, and he says, "Oh, Ragu, come in. We can talk for a few moments before I close up. What do you need?"
Oh, well, not to bother you too terribly much. I know you're closing, but I have a friend who is wanting to obtain the ability to be scrying. He only wants to do it like once or twice, I think, maybe. But with an item, it might be helpful. I was just curious if you happen to have heard of any or know anybody who might have one. Well, I'm not necessarily looking to purchase it, just a temporary use, I'm thinking.
He thinks for a moment, and then he says, "Well, I know somebody who may know somebody. There is a person by the name of Meistus of House Mordell, and he's a young man. He's a noble, but not yet a lord. And well, let's just say I did him a little favor, and he is connected to someone who may be able to help.
Ah, that
This
would be very.
this person, he spends a lot of time at the Temple of Gadrak. Since he's a follower, an avid follower of Gadrak, and usually the Southern Temple, which are in the Southern Temple District, and he might even be there now. In fact, he thinks about it for a moment. Um, I believe he said that he wanted to speak to Paradin. He's apparently the new head priest, or is becoming the new head priest, something like that. Um, I think he wanted to speak to him before the celebration because Paradin's going to be there. Since the celebration is for the ascendance of Paradin in the temple, after all. Um,
Ah,
so if you go there, he'll probably be speaking to Paradin or trying to speak to Paradin, and just get him alone and tell him that if he helps you out, I will consider his favor to me repaid.
oh, that is very kind of you. Thank you very much, my friend. I wanted to know also, how are you doing?
I'm okay. I'm a bit busy. I've been tracking down some people of my own, dealing with some fallout from the information you found out about Lavinia and the guards. But no
Are you having
problem.
a problem with it?
I will. I will deal with it.
Is there anything I can fix for you, my friend? I will.
Not at the moment, but I will keep that in mind.
Okay. How is Mr. Tapkin doing?
He's doing well. He returned to his shop. The guards apparently cleaned out, or maybe they're still there, but they were definitely in the process of cleaning out that place. Although I've been hearing some rumors of the master. Apparently, this so-called
Uh,
master was involved.
ew. Yes, very nasty guy this master is sounding like. Personally, I have not been meeting him, but never know if he causes problems.
Indeed. Ragu, I'm going to have you actually make a deception check there, just to see if
Okay.
Gimbal has any
Actually,
hints. Go ahead.
actually, that could very well have been a or a failed deception check because I was saying that in the most uh, sarcastic or ironic way possible. I
Oh,
was trying to
okay.
be
So you're
funny.
you basically failed on purpose. Okay, I got it.
Yeah, it's supposed to be more of a wink, wink.
Okay,
I'm not saying anything, but
fair enough.
so yeah, I can fail that persuasion or
Yeah,
the
if you're
the
failing on purpose, you don't have to roll, obviously.
yeah. It's sort of like telling him without actually coming out and telling him.
Okay. Indeed. Well, I'll be sure never to ask you about it then.
Well, I don't know what I'd be able to tell you anyways. But thank you again, my friend. That is very helpful. I cannot tell you how much I'm appreciating it. And I
Okay.
am looking forward to our lessons very soon.
Yes,
Not sure when
indeed.
you
When
can
you have
schedule it.
some time, make sure to come by. But I would suggest that whoever is seeking the scrying,
Mhm.
make sure to take them with you because I have a feeling the person you'll meet, they'll want to meet them.
Oh, of course, of course. And it is our mutual friend Pico. You remember seeing him before the furry
Yes.
and black fur. Yeah,
Okay.
excellent.
You just called me a furry?
No, yeah, I was describing you as being furry.
Yeah.
Poor sentence structure skills.
Or somebody deliberately taking something out of context. Anyway, continuing
Yes.
on. All right. So yeah, once you leave the shop, you see Gimbal lock up, and then you see him disappear as he goes upstairs.
Alrighty. Go head on back and well, Pico. I think I might have a lead on on the ability for you to be using a scrying thing.
Really?
Yes. Apparently, there's a House Mordell, and one of the nobles into the house is a man named Mistes. Anyway, he might happen to be owing our friend Gimbal a favor, and he might also be having access to such an object. So if we go talk to him, perhaps we can be persuading him to allow us to give you access to it for a while.
Perfect.
He's apparently a very religious person, and he's worshiping at the Temple Gadrak South.
All right. So when are we supposed to meet him?
I believe tonight. We've got a little while to do this before midnight, I believe.
Well, in that case, I guess we'll want to move quickly.
So by this time, Oreo would have come back already. So are you guys going as a group, or how are you going to do this?
Um, so how did it go with the full barrow?
Uh, I just fork over the gold or the silver, the note, and the list, and I say, "Good luck if you guys want it." I give up. I'm done with that bullshit.
What
Oh.
happened?
She doesn't talk about it. She just heads. She's just quiet.
I pick up the list because it's the new object that wasn't with her when she left.
Yeah, let me go ahead and share the note with. Oh, it's already shared. So it's the full
Yeah,
barrel notes, what she shows you, and the list is
yeah.
a series of names.
All right. What are the names? Are any of the names of anybody I would recognize the name of or
No, they
anything?
just seem to be random people. Nobody that you've met so far. Some of them are crossed off, some of them are not. Um, but yeah, there's probably about 6 names that haven't been crossed off.
Hmm. Uh,
Uh,
is Devok available?
Yeah, he's with you
Hello.
guys now, I assume.
Yeah.
Devok, do you recognize any of these names off of this list?
Do
You,
I?
you don't.
No.
Hmm.
any of the drug dealing people she was hunting or nothing?
No, none of them. One thing you do realize, though, that even though it says full barrel note, um, Oreo, you actually went to the Metal Forgers Guild. I think you knew that already, but I was making sure.
Sorry. Okay, that's my bad wording. Um, all right. Well, I guess we could try and ask Iron and Galen about it, see if they've got any ideas. Other than that, mm, there might be. Is it worth trying to get it at a 500 silver discount?
She still doesn't talk. She's like thoroughly pissed. She doesn't want to talk.
Oh, come on, Oreo. If you don't tell us what is going on, we are not going to be helping. And I actually pet your head.
Oh, you hear a growl. Yeah, she is
Oh,
not happy. She didn't put that out there as a okay, what's the next option? She's just saying you guys are free to do with that what you want. She's not gonna deal with it. That's pretty much her point of putting it out there like that.
oh. Are you sure you're not wanting whatever this is? We will be
Again, she
helping
doesn't
you get
talk. She's made her peace.
I turn over to Pico. We have a very unhappy kitty.
Hmm. Um, I'm not sure what to make of that. I mean, do they suspect you of anything?
She doesn't say anything. She's just, as a matter of fact, the more you guys keep asking, she just starts going to her room. Like she doesn't fucking give a shit at this point.
All right.
Unless you guys plan to actually ask her to help with anything you guys want, she's gonna just peace.
Are you going to at least be available at midnight when we try to check on the conspirators?
If you need me, just knock. Poof.
Okay. Wow, that must.
Mm.
On the one hand, I want to say that must have been pretty awful, but on the other hand, well, coming back with everything and not having any guards in tow or something like that, it's like, well, how bad could it have gone?
Yeah, I did not see any fresh damage or healing, so she couldn't have gotten beat up. Wonder what happened. Oh.
All right.
See,
Oh, I
this
guess.
list, is it in any order? Are all the names crossed off in order, or is it random?
It's random. It's almost like there was a list, and then people were crossed off throughout the list, with gaps. So there's no particular order to it.
But it's just names.
Yeah, it says cloak at the top, and then it has or cloaks at the top, and then it has a list of names.
Okay.
This is interesting because if it's just names, how would they know who gets what? Unless they're all maybe the same?
That's kind of what I'm guessing, is they're distributing a specific type of cloak to a specific and small select group of people for the whatever it is.
Hmm.
Shall we go be talking to the Mistis person, or do you want to try and figure these out? This is very interesting and curious.
Uh, I'm kind of more curious about the Maestus individual, truth be told.
All right. Well, he is being at the South Temple of Gadrak, I believe he said. So,
All right.
So it takes you about 10 minutes to get there. Who's going?
I'll go ahead and go with the Picos.
Okay. All right, let me move you over to the map. There it is. And then we'll do this. And then I got to place you guys on the map, so hold on real quick. Players, and that will be Pico, and that will be Ragu. Alright, so you arrive at the temple. It's once you're in the temple district, finding the various different temples is pretty easy. You just have to know which religion it is, and then there are actually boards on the street that will point to directions to various things. It seems to be made pretty easy on worshippers. All right, so you arrive at the temple. You can see a large ornate building. You can see large open windows above, up above, and a nice peaked roof. You can see large double doors that are open. Several statues, presumably of Gadrak or saints about, and you can see nice greenery to the north and south. So what do you do?
I guess we'll walk up. I mean, were you given any specific information on where to look for him?
Just that he is worshipping here. He is wanting to talk to the newly minted head priest, Peridine, who should be here today for the ceremony of some sort. And if we can get this Mr. Mistas alone, then I'm going to go ahead and be mentioning that the favor that he owes Gimbal will be considered fulfilled if he is being able to help you with the scrying.
So I'll walk up to this individual here. Excuse me, would you happen to know if Maestus of House Mordell is here?
Mm, I'm not sure. If he's the one I'm thinking of, he is here often. You may wish to go inside. Oh wait, Um, he might have been here earlier. I think he was looking for the High Priest Paradin. So if you go inside and go right down the middle, the high priest is usually in the main worship area.
Alrighty, thank you.
Before you go, may I ask, what is your business with Maestus?
Oh, we were asked to deliver a message to him.
I see. Okay, carry on. As you go inside, you can see the light from the windows reflecting off the floor. You can see various people sitting on benches or just relaxing in the grand hallways. And up ahead, you see a what appears to be a worship area. So, what do you do?
I
Huh.
think maybe straight ahead.
Do you think this is the place where Galen and I are worship?
Uh, I do not know. We will have to be asking them.
Who knows if that's a good idea?
Okay, as you get closer, you hear some chanting, and you see what appears to be an altar, a statue with candles at the very end, and then you see two people talking. One of them being very distinguished looking, older with long white hair and garbed as a priest of some rank. And he seems to be speaking with another individual who is lengthy with white hair, who seems to be wearing fine noble clothing.
I just kind of do the half elbow to Pico and nod forward.
I agree, although if they're talking, we might want to wait a bit.
I,
All right, and then so yeah, you wait a few minutes, and then Maestus bows to Peregrine and he says, "Well, I hope to see you tomorrow. I am going to attend the celebration, if at all possible. I mean, after all, it is Valenstar only holds it once a year, and well, I hope you are celebrated as you deserve. But I should take my leave now." And then he starts turning and starts walking toward the door.
okay, I say,
Actually, we'll probably let him step outside in the hall first.
okay.
Pardon me, please. And then he steps out.
Excuse me, sir, Maestus?
Yes, can I help you?
We have a word from Gimbal. He uh, told us to speak with you.
I see. Shall we find an area not so crowded to speak? And then he starts walking away. Please come this way. All right, and then as he goes around the corner, he opens a door, and then you see him enter. And he closes the door. It is true that I owe Gimbal a favor of sorts, but I was not expecting to see other acquaintances of his here. How can I help you?
Well, this is being good news for you, I'm thinking. I have word from Mr. Gimble that your indebtedness to him will be completely forgiven if you can help my friend here with a certain problem, which I believe you can.
Okay, well, that is good to hear. Obviously, it will depend on the request. And then he turns to Pico. So, what is your name, sir?
I'm Pico, and I'm attempting to contact family members and need to be able to check in on them. And it's, well, I hesitate to say time critical, but we shall say somewhat time sensitive. And my understanding is that you might be able to assist us in potentially obtaining access to some sort of method of scrying on a temporary basis.
He thinks for a moment. He's like, well, there's a few things that you need to know. You may not know this. Is that in the city of Mavin, all types of scrying magic, except when directed by the city lord or the council, are illegal. Um, and so according to the law, I cannot do anything. However, I do owe a favor to Gimbal, and I do know somebody who might be able to help. But I need to know for sure that your use of this scrying is not going to come back and affect the Moradel family or the city. And it sounds like you're just trying to talk about family. So why can't you send them a letter?
Well,
Well,
we are actually very busy. I don't know if you know who we are, but we are away on business a lot. And we have just recently purchased a shop, and we are having our family member come from a very long ways to be running our business. And we, we do not have the ability to keep it open ourselves, nor do we have the time to wait for such a very long time, because we might not even be here, being very far away on business.
He's nodding. Pico, were you saying anything?
uh,
Yeah.
well, there is more to it than just that. I do have something of an extended family, and there are some members that I'm also particularly concerned about. And while I have obtained, um, methods to try to send to them, I can't always count on to them being able to respond. And I also need to kind of make sure that things at home are the way I recall them. So it is it's as much to check and make sure that the family is safe in such a way that even if they're unable to respond, I can at least have a better idea of what's going on.
He nods, and so what I'm going to have you do then is make a persuasion check, but you have advantage.
Okay.
And you or Ragu can make it. You guys decide.
What's your persuasion?
My persuasion is 0.
All right. Well, if ever I needed any expert guidance, this would be it. So let's go ahead and you said persuasion, right?
Yep.
Okay, I'll take those.
Okay, he nods and he says, I think I understand the situation now. And I am fairly confident that you will use this for a good purpose. Okay then, let me tell you about Lord Nadell. And you see, I have this acquaintance, and I'm afraid I can't tell you exactly how I have this acquaintance for various promises I've made, but let's just say I have it. And this Lord Nadell, he is an interesting individual. It is difficult to earn his trust, but he is not above breaking the law in order to complete his own, shall we say, enigmatic goals. Though he is careful not to get caught, of course. He often wears a white mask and has a very specific interest in the arcane, especially with hidden arts and artifacts. So he is likely to have what you seek, but the chances of most likely he will ask you to prove to prove that he can trust you somehow. But
Is there
I would caution you to think carefully before becoming too involved. Were you going to say something, sir?
yes, I was going to say, is there perhaps a note or something you could provide for us to
Not
to
a note
present to him.
exactly, but there is something I could provide that would likely get you in at least. He has a small personal estate near the Moradell estates, and like you figured out, he is unlikely to grant you audience on your own. However, and he gets real close and starts whispering. He says, "Tell his butler, the morning dew drops and the book opens, and he might grant you audience."
Um, sorry, say that one more time.
The
The
morning
morning
dew
dew
drop.
drops and the book opens.
Okay.
That's, I'm afraid, all I can do for you. It's up to him whether he seeks audience. I have no power over him, but this will at least let you know that you come from someone friendly to his interests, or at least to him.
Of course. Thank you very much for your time and information.
Of course. Well, good luck to you, and I don't know if you heard, but Paradin is being celebrated as the new head priest at the Valenstar Celebration tomorrow. So, if you are a worshiper of Gadrak, be sure to give him his congratulations.
I will be sure to do that when I see him tomorrow at the celebration. Yes.
Oh, you are going?
Yes.
He looks at you two more carefully, and he says, "Which house do you belong?"
Oh, we are the uh, uh we have won the right to
Oh, the
participate
tournament,
in
of
the next
course,
from
of
the tournament.
course.
Yes.
Now this
Yes.
makes sense.
Yes.
Well,
Yes.
that will be very interesting for you, I believe. Many powerful nobles, merchants, and other people of high society will be there. So
I
that
am
would
much
be,
definitely looking forward to it.
yeah, it'll be an interesting experience. Well, I will see you there then, perhaps, assuming I can make it, which I hope I can, but I unfortunately do have business to attend to. Then he starts walking away.
Okay. I will be looking forward to seeing you. And okay.
All right, you find yourselves standing in the room by yourselves, so what do you do?
Well, that was definitely pretty helpful. We'll probably want to talk to him immediately because if there is anything we can do, maybe we can start working on things before the celebration. And if not, well, we'll see what we can put off till later.
Excellent idea. What are these? Just out of curiosity. I just
They're
kind of pick
scrolls.
up a.
They're large
Yeah.
scrolls. They're tied up. They have wax seals, but that's all you can tell from looking at it from the
Okay.
outside.
They were recently created, so they're the junior scrolls.
This seems to be some sort of worship area, perhaps where you can speak, or sorry, not a worship area, but kind of a side area where where you can speak to a priest, perhaps have a confession, that kind of thing.
Okay. Well, I suppose we should be getting going.
Char, do you have anything to confess? Oh, playing innocent, huh? All right, we can go ahead and go.
All right, I'm going to take you back to the map, unless there's anything you're going to do here at the temple.
I don't think so.
Okay. All right, so you're back at the map. You've just left the temple. It is definitely nighttime by now. Although you still have time, you still have a couple hours if you wish to do anything.
I guess the only thing would be to go down to that place at the Moradell Estates and talk to the butler.
Okay. You start heading that way. It takes you 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes to get there. Is it just you two still?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. All right. So you arrive, and the Nadell estate is seemed while it's small by noble standards, is still a large walled manor with finely manicured yard and guards at the gate. And you've just arrived at the gate, so what do you do?
Uh,
Um, this
is
is
it
for
like
the
the
estates in general.
Sorry, say that again.
This is for the estates in general.
Well, they gave you directions to the Nadell estate, which is on the
Oh, okay.
outskirts of the area where the Moradell estates are. It's not actually on the Moradell estates, though.
okay?
All
Is
right.
is is there like a yard and a gate guard we've got to get through, or can we just get right to the door?
Well, like I said, there's a gate and there are gate guards.
All right.
Walk up to the gate guards, wave a fair hello.
Hello, sir. How can I help you?
Um, we are here if we could be talking with Mr. Dave.
Lord Nidell.
Yes,
Or Nidell.
Mr. Lord Nindel.
Oh, you have business with the Lord?
Yes.
Please head this way. They open up the gate, and then one of the guards escorts you to the front door,
Mm-hmm.
and then waits.
Mm-hmm.
And then well he'll knock on the door, but then he waits beside you, and at this point in time, make sure you should be able to see the map. You see the butler arrive, and he walks forward, and he looks at you, looks down on Pico, and looks Ragu in the eyes, a rather tall fellow, um, and he says, "Welcome, gentlemen. How can I assist you?"
We are here to spread philosophy to Lord Nidell. Um, it is our belief that the morning dew drops and the book opens.
I see. Well, in that case, please follow me to the sitting area, and I will see if the Lord will grant you an audience. And so he moves forward and kind of points you through the passageway.
Alrighty.
If you would be so kind as to wait here, and I will be with you in a moment. But who should I say is calling upon the Lord?
Um, Pico and Ragu.
I see. And what sort of influence would you have? What can you say about yourselves that would likely pique the Lord's interest?
I am
Um,
the champion of the martial tournament.
Okay. So should I
I
announce
know.
you as the champions of the tournament?
Uh, Deagle.
um, and as professional problem solvers.
Yeah.
I see. And this fellow here, Devok, did you actually go with them, or are you just looking around?
I'm just looking.
Okay. All right. Please wait here a moment. And then he walks across the way. You see him open and close the door, and then you don't hear anything. And you basically wind up sitting there for a good 5 minutes. So do you do anything during that time period?
Mm, I
Just
think
kind of. Go ahead.
I think yeah, it's just best to stay put. Somebody this influential, we do not want to be doing anything to them.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm just gonna examine the room we're in, look at the
Yeah.
details.
Okay, so yeah, you see some finely made couches that you've been sitting on. You can see a smooth wooden table with a sheen, a bright polish. You see a vase with well cared for plants right underneath the window, so it can receive light. And on the table, you see a plate that appears to have some sort of cookies or biscuits, and a pitcher of water and two glasses. All right. So 5 minutes passes, and the butler comes back, and he bows and he says, "Lord Nadell, we'll see you now. Please follow me."
Quietly get up to follow.
Hmm.
And then he steps in and he bows, "My lord, the champions are here." And then he exits. And as you enter, you see a tall, muscular figure, and you can see that he is wearing a fine black suit, but he has a white mask covering his face. His hair is a reddish yellow, almost orange. And then he says, "Hello, champions. What brings you to my estates this day?"
Well, my understanding is that we might be able to exchange favors. Um, I'm trying to gain the opportunity to check on family members back home, and I was told you may be able to assist with that at a price, of course. I'm sure someone as influential as yourself, while capable of dealing with a great many situations, may not always have time for them. And I would greatly be honored to be able to offer my services um, in exchange for the ability to check on the welfare of my family.
"I see. Well, that sounds very honorable indeed. And I am indeed in need of services. However, I it is difficult to find people who are truly trustworthy. So perhaps I can ask an initial favor just to see how serious you are." And as he's talking, you notice on the desk these glowing egg-like objects. They look actually a lot like spider eggs, but they're glowing this bright bluish color and pulsing ever so slightly. You see fine bookcases of polished wood filled to the brim with books and scrolls. And then you see more fine couches, a fire burning in the fireplace, and more plant life. And he says, "Well, I seek a forbidden tome from the ancient library of Nostradamus. Of course, the place was closed off and its books sealed with magic decades ago, due to the forbidden and dangerous knowledge contained within. It, it is found in a less frequently used areas of the pattern guilds. However, this tome I seek, I, let's just say I would be too easy to acknowledge my presence, so I'd rather send others to obtain it. What interest do you have of the arcane and the unknown?"
A great deal. We fancy ourselves as scholars of the arcane, and it's funny that you mention it because, as you've pointed out right now, sometimes the arcane isn't readily accessible, and sometimes you have to use creative and occasionally frowned upon methods in order to obtain that knowledge. So,
"Indeed, but I warn you, entry into the library is forbidden. The knowledge therein is forbidden. The library is guarded by golems long set. Do you still have the bravery to proceed?"
absolutely.
"I
Yes,
see."
I know.
Then he hands out he holds up a small key with a emerald on one end, and he says, "This key will unlock the one and only door. Within, in the northeast corner, you will find a massive tome, not the one in the center, but on the shelves, with a single word, Artson, engraved in gold. Simply tell its reverse to open, and the path will be laid bare. Beneath, you will find a set of catacombs. Once below, head west, not east, not north, not south. And there, in the center of the room, is your target, an ancient tome cloaked in magic that you must return to me. Only with this," and he points at the key, "when placed within the lock, can the tome be removed. This key, as I said before, will grant you entrance through the one and only door. The place is forbidden, and its secrets are protected. Dare not take them for yourselves, or you too may become its future guardians. And rumor says that a few spirits may haunt the place as well. Return here once your first task is complete. If you have not returned here within 3 weeks, I will assume you have given up, or dead, or have suffered a fate worse than death. Do you understand?"
I do.
Yes.
If that is the case, he stands up. You can see that he has a black cane with a silver dragon head for the top. And he says, "Then our conversation has completed. The butler will see you out." And then the butler arrives. "Please follow me, sirs." And then he leads you out of the building.
Okay.
And as you're leaving, you've arrived in the street, and you suddenly see Elru, of all people, basically show up out of a shadow, and then she says, "Hi, everyone." She bounces around. She says, "It's interesting to see you all here. And, well, you know that note in your pocket? Give it to Oreo, and don't open it, because she'll know, and I'll know, and that'll be bad." And then she disappears. And Pico, you notice that you have a note carefully closed with a seal in your pocket. You're not sure how it got there.
That's interesting. All right, well, let's go find Oreo.
Okay.
All right.
Well, you head back, and Oreo, I'm assuming you're still in your room, right?
Yeah.
On our way back, can I stop at like a food store and get like a nice fillet of candied salmon?
Sure. Yeah, you absolutely can. It'll cost you probably about 10 silver.
Okay. Okay.
And you arrive back at the end. So what do you do?
I go ahead and grab a plate from the kitchen on my way up to our apartments and get out the candied salmon and just take 2 quiet little taps on Oreo's door and open the door. Not enough to actually look in, but just enough so that she can see.
Well, hold on.
delicious
Oreo,
plate
is
of
the door
candied
locked
salmon.
or unlocked?
It's unlocked. Yeah.
Okay, go
There's
ahead.
no. Yeah.
Continue on.
It's just far enough that she can see a nice plate of candied salmon right outside the door.
Well, interestingly enough, I don't know if you actually decided to peek in or not, but she's on the bed with a bunch of scraps of paper, looking like she's coming up with a plan. A grappling hook on the edge of the bed, an alchemist fire arrow on the other, just So I don't know if you were peeking her or not, but she's very just like
Well, if
on
I
the back.
wait for a second and don't get a response, I'll peek in and see that you're busy, and then I'll tap again just a little harder.
Come in.
I open
Candied
the door.
salmon ground.
All right, it's good to be seeing you in a much better mood now. And I hand you a plate.
She still kind of she like narrows her eyes and just like doesn't understand what's going on. Is it midnight already?
Not quite.
Um,
And I
Not
step
yet.
back.
Although you'll never guess who. Well, actually, you may guess who actually allowed us to see them a little earlier.
Doesn't just deadpan look. What the hell? Just talk.
Oh,
Uh,
Elrude had a message for you. Then here it is.
you should see it now, Oreo, in your journal.
Eh,
And we made sure not to open it. We were not going to screw with that.
Uh, okay. Uh, this is one of those probably not important right now kind of situations. So, what did you guys end up actually doing? We were gonna do at midnight then?
No, it's not midnight yet.
um,
No, I'm asking
Yeah, we've
them. Them at like just in character, like what happened essentially.
Okay. Go ahead.
not. Do we know where this place is, people? Because it might be
uh,
excellent to have some help, especially if it's the kind of thing that Dorio's good at too.
shoot, I don't remember if that part was specifically mentioned. I know it was mentioned that it was in less frequently used areas of the pattern guilds.
Yeah, you guys would have been given instructions on how to get there. But yeah, basically where number 10 is, basically where all your pattern guilds are, it's in that area.
Is it something you think we can do very quickly before midnight, or no?
Mm, I mean, like I said, while it's time sensitive, it's not urgent. So I was thinking maybe we'd either push that tomorrow or at least after the midnight meeting.
Okay, fair enough.
And it occurs to you that if you're asking for Oreo for help, that you should probably tell her what it is.
All right. So yeah, Ragu and I ended up getting a lead on some service being offered, but in exchange, we have to do a favor to show that we can be trusted. Um, and this involves actually the kind of work that you're generally pretty well suited for. We have to obtain an item and do so rather discreetly. That's something you'd be interested in helping with,
Sure.
please?
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, I've done this for Ragu fair number of times at this point. I feel like that should be a pretty given. Doesn't not really super invested in why so much as if you guys need help, just say so. Especially in the area I'm really good at.
Yep, the only catch we've run into is apparently we're only supposed to get the one item. It sounds like if we mess with anything else there, that could ruin our day permanently.
Well, that's good to know.
All right, well, in that case, we can try and look into that after midnight, but yeah, we'll probably want to start with the conspirator meeting first. And hopefully, if all goes well, maybe Devok will have finished with his um, little event, and then we might all be able to work on that. In fact, that might be a good opportunity for Vok to go ahead and have his new hires have their first day on the job.
Fair.
I still want to talk to that mercenary group, man, because I don't know if I trust them fully.
That's not your
And
decision to make. I'm sorry.
if they're gonna be working with us, then yeah, it is our business. What the heck?
It's my business. They're my men.
And you can kind of see that she's just, not gonna argue with it, but she's still just like not super into it. But yeah, it's all good.
Alrighty. So, are we doing Devok? Do you want to go first, or is the rest of the group going to go first?
I'm on the boat that Devok
You
should
go
go.
first. Okay,
Yeah.
then I'll go first.
Okay. All right. So you guys wait until midnight, or pretty close to midnight anyway, and Devok, you head to the site of the ceremony, just like before. Let me find
Yeah.
the map. There it is. And as you are, as you're heading there, you go to the same tree, and the same robe figure comes out and sees that it's you, and he says, "Ah, Devok, have you returned for the ceremony?"
Yeah.
All right. He puts the bag over your head, and then he escorts you in.
Cool.
And I believe the rest of the group should be here, just so you can, kind of see the map. And Devok, as they bring you in, you see that there are quite a number of robe figures this time. And then the person who's leading you in, he says, "My name, or sorry, the name I have been given is Sukulu. Devok, please walk to the center of the room, or center of the circle." And then he points.
Cool.
And he says, "Welcome, Devok. Stand before your brethren and speak the credo once more."
Should I write this down?
I'll go ahead and paste it since your character would probably remember.
Okay, cool. Life and death, the never-ending. Wait, a circle never-ending. We embrace death as we embrace life, for they are one.
And then you hear the whole crowd. "Life and death, a circle never ending. We embrace death as we embrace life, for they are one. To the outside world you remain as you were, Devok. But to us forever you are reborn, no longer an outsider looking in. By what name shall we refer to you once, Devok?"
Um, I haven't thought this far. You can just call me Devok, to be honest.
The Sakura kind of walks up and he whispers, "Whenever you join, you take on a new name that is only used within the circle, and so we make sure that they're different than your outside name intentionally." So, and then he sets back, "What shall we call you once, Devok?"
I'm so bad at names. Let's see.
I don't have anything in mind, but are you open to suggestions?
Yes.
All right.
Lovecraft.
Ha!
That's a funny one.
Huh.
Well, you want to potentially draw a bunch of unwanted attention, you could call yourself the Master. I wouldn't recommend that one, though.
Lovecraft is kind of funny.
And Lovecraft did write like total, gothic cosmic horror.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's
another
funny.
good one would be Geiger, because he's the one who designed the alien from the Alien movies.
I like that one, actually. Geiger's good. Let's do that.
Is that so? What do you say?
Geiger.
"Within the circle, you are now known as Geiger. Outside of the circle, you remain Devok. Geiger,
Cool.
do you pledge to keep the secrets of the circle of life, to take them not just to the grave, but beyond, to never give them up, even in undeath?"
Yes.
As you answer, you feel a sharp pain. Oh, wait, hold on. So yeah, as you answer, you feel a sharp pain in your heart, almost as if it's being constricted, and then it passes. You notice that darkness is swirling around you.
Oh,
Geiger, do you pledge to support the circle as it supports you, to serve and to lead as your rank dictates?
yes.
As you answer, the darkness continues to close in. It becomes thick and tangible. Geiger, do you pledge yourself to the circle of life?
Yes.
The final time, the darkness becomes opaque, and then a shining metal blade pierces from the darkness, stabbing you in the heart, Devak. Upon doing so, the darkness swirls and begins to be sucked inside. You are racked with intense pain for a moment, and then it is gone. The darkness is gone. You are now a full member and will be taught the ritual for entering the inner sanctum of the necropolis. You will be shown how to get here and now have unrestricted access. However, some areas will be off limits until you reach sufficient rank. Below the necropolis are the ever-changing catacombs to which you now have access as well. Be wary, they are not a place, they are a place to test yourself and explore the reaches of the singularity, a place not to be taken lightly. You also have access to high-quality skeletons and corpses. You can inter your undead servants here when they are not needed, and you can spend as much time in the necropolis as you wish. You are now an acolyte of the circle of life. And the person walks up, Sakulu, and he says, I am known as Sakulu. It is a good to meet you at last, Geiger. Key members who could not be here tonight wish to meet you. We have a gathering on Marika Day, Celium 16th, when darkness falls, and would like you to attend. I'll go ahead and put the date in the chat for you.
Cool.
You will find some of our members are influential and would make good friends and contacts for you. One final thing. Your oaths are binding in the truest of sense. And at this point in time, you start to notice that there's a faint shadow over the heart of every member within the circle. And you find that if you're within 10 feet of another member of the circle of life, you can see this darkness, and you can recognize them for what they are. You also find that you are now resistant to necrotic damage, but conversely, you are now vulnerable to radiant damage.
Cool.
So let me put those in. And so that, in game terms, that means that if you take necrotic damage, you get half damage. If you take radiant damage, you take double damage. It gives you a strength, but a weakness to go with it.
Yeah, for sure.
Now, Geiger, the skeleton you created, he is now yours to take. And then he brings him forward. And if you need objects, skulls, such as skulls or fingers for your spells, you can come here and have access. If you need bodies, they are here as well. And then everybody kind of comes by and starts chatting with you. You know, they clamp you on the side of the shoulder, welcoming you as a new member, and this goes on for probably a good half an hour. In the meanwhile, what is the rest of the group doing?
Well, since he would have been doing that around midnight.
Muted.
Since he would have been doing that around midnight, it's about time for us to also go to our midnight meeting.
Okay, let me go ahead and get you over there. Okay, Devak isn't with you, but just I'll just leave him on the map for ease of use. All right, so you arrive probably probably a few minutes before midnight at least. And so what do you do?
All right.
I can go ahead and start by putting Char over here and being able to see if anybody comes or goes.
Okay, you fly Char back there, and you notice that there's one person back there who seems to be standing by that plant that was turned over before. Or, I mean, sorry, the plant where the note was before.
Okay.
He looks like, from what you can tell, looks like he's waiting.
I go ahead and fill you guys in on that very quickly and quietly.
All right. And which direction's the guy looking?
I don't know.
He's looking away from you. So basically, this way.
He's looking away from us from this side.
All right. Is it a closed-off alley there, or does it go all the way across?
It goes around. There's another entrance over here.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and kind of take up a different post here. I'm going to go ahead and turn into a spider and start working my way up over the roof.
Okay.
And let's see. What have we got here?
Yeah, you can position yourself probably, somewhere along this first hex.
So, and okay, so which direction is he looking right now?
He's looking this way. It's not quite midnight yet.
All right. So what I'm thinking then is that as long as he's not looking my direction, I'll probably just crawl down and kind of hide behind / under this plant.
Okay. Fair enough. And what's everybody else doing?
What is exactly that? We're just listening to the. Like, remind me again, what is it, Rugger, that we're doing here again? We're just listening in?
This is the meeting of the people who are organizing that death, the murder plot at the tournament, and we're trying to catch them, and we don't know who all is involved or what they're doing exactly, but we just know that they're coming here to meet. So it's a good idea for us to get a look at their faces, know who they are. If we can listen in on the meeting, find out what they're plotting and planning, and if it's something overly nefarious, stop them. So it's sneaky.
Okay. Where should we be then?
I'm not 100% sure. I wish Pico had left better instructions. I can take post here at this corner and see if anybody else comes this way, and I can also see from Char. If you want to get around the other way, it looks like Pico turned into a spider and went up, but I don't know where yet.
Should I use the alley? I mean, you said that somebody was looking in this direction, so is it like visible to us from where we're standing, or?
No, I don't know.
Sorry, what's the question?
You said something about somebody looking a certain direction over here, I think.
Well, that was just a direction from where you were, but he's actually behind the building. I was just kind of pointing that he was pointing away from you guys. But you can't see him from there.
If you go up to where Char is, you can see the alley behind the building. That's the same place that I lifted up the bush with the tongs and you grabbed the note out.
Right, that's what I'm just getting at too. Okay. Well, I mean, this looks like the main street, so we don't really want to be standing necessarily out here. Did Char tell you that there's a window from the back?
Is there a window from the back?
There are no windows in the back, no.
Is it it's a two-story building?
No, it's just one story.
One story.
It's one of the rare businesses where the people don't live here.
Well, I mean, I will stealth through the back and then just kind of see through the. Oh, but there's. Okay, I don't even need to go that far.
Okay, go ahead and give me a stealth check then.
Yeah, that's why I was hanging down here, because Char could tell me what's going on, and then if you went around the other side of the building, we'd have a vantage point from there too.
Okay. So yeah, you sneak back. Ragu, I'll go ahead and turn on Char Vision. Can you see through him now?
Yes, I can. Cool.
Great.
Well, the thing is, I'll step back because my intention, I mean, if I saw that at the very end, I'm just gonna go back and then I'm gonna, yeah, that's probably not the way we wanted to go.
Yeah.
I'll go
That's
through
what I
the
was thinking.
front,
Yeah.
yeah. So
Yeah.
I'll
Around the
stealth,
back of the building. Yeah.
yeah, I'll stealth this way and
Okay.
Okay, we can
just
keep your
take the
previous roll
roundabout. Okay.
since nothing's changed really.
And I'll just be on this side, but I'll be by like the shoot, not that far. God damn it. There.
Okay.
Just kind of be on the ground, kind of looking like a hobo or something.
Okay, fair enough. And Devon's just there as a observer. All right, is that where you guys going to be at midnight?
Yeah, and unless this place is completely desolate, can I feasibly be just pedestrians leaning on these barrels, or should I hide behind them?
Well,
Is
there
the
are
place
people
completely
who
empty,
occasionally
or
walk down the street, although it's pretty late, so there's not too many people. And you have seen bums in the area, so maybe you can pretend to be a bum. Although you think it's unlikely for just an average pedestrian to be out this time of night.
in that case, I'm going to go ahead and crouch down and hide behind the barrels.
Okay, go ahead and give me a hide check then, or just stealth if you don't have hiding.
That's a good point. Is the trash that I see in this area, how big is that trash pile?
It's pretty big. It looks like they just dump all their trash there for probably weeks at a time.
I will be right next to the trash right here then, for reference.
Okay,
Oh, I hide.
yeah, you definitely hide. All right. Okay, so you guys are hidden, and some time passes, and shortly after midnight, maybe 1 or 2 minutes afterward, you hear a door open, and those who are behind see a person walk out of the darkness. Let me go ahead and move him. And he starts walking toward the other person. And at this point in time, Pico, you've looked at this person long enough that you actually recognize him. He is the person that disappeared from the tournament, the one where you put stuff in his hair and you tried to track him, but then he vanished.
Mm-hmm.
And you remember his name being Oisier. And at this point in time, you see the robed figure walking up, and Ozier seems to be surprised. He looks like he has a surprised expression, and he says, "Someone of your stature. I thought I was supposed to meet another." And then the robed figure walks up and says, "Well, plans change, and you need to take responsibility for your failure at the tournament." And then he says, "And not only for that, but I need to know what your progress is on finding the group that was working against us." And then Ozier kind of looks around and he says, "Yeah, I actually found out some stuff about them. They appear to be the main Lumev expedition team, probably commissioned by the Nexus Guild itself, was my guess. But it's okay. I got it handled. I already hired the assassins to take them out. It's probably done already." And it's been arranged, and I'll have good news for you soon. And the robe figure says, "Very good. When the job is done, send me their right hands. Now, on to the next matter. Remember the Walpurgin at the guild hall this time. It is very important that you attend, and make sure I get proof of the deed before then." And then Orzier says, "Well, you know I don't like using the guild hall like this. Most of the people there would be hostile if they knew, if they knew about us." And he says, "It is fine. We have a hidden chamber. No one will know who doesn't already know. remember, Salium 15 at midnight at the guild.
You're cutting out there.
All right. What's the last thing you heard?
You said remember something at midnight.
Oh, remember Salium 15, 15th at midnight. And then he says, "All right, I will be at this Walpurgin. I'll put the name down since it's hard to pronounce." And then you see the robed figure start walking away, and then Orzier starts walking the other way. So what do you guys do, if anything?
I'm just gonna keep watching because you said that the hooded guy came out of a door.
Yeah, he came from over here.
All right, I'm just gonna watch and see what happens there.
You see him walk over to the shadows, and then you see him reach in his pocket, and then he disappears.
All right. Once Ozier walks away, I'm gonna go ahead and climb up the roof and just go over and just kind of keep an eye and see where he goes. So basically, kind of at this corner.
All right, he stops on the alley, and then he kneels down, and then you see him pull out a scroll, and then you hear him reading from the scroll, and then he too vanishes.
I recognize what he was casting.
Most likely invisibility.
Okay.
And everything goes quiet.
If he was casting invisibility, can Char detect his footsteps or footprints as he's walking down the alley, or is he just going?
He could for a while, but then he goes into if he goes into busier sections of the city, then that's not going to work anymore.
I was thinking about once he's like right about here, leaving the alley, then Char could give me some sort of
Yeah.
cue.
You can certainly detect that he's there, yeah, or at least a good approximation.
Okay. I'm going to. Just a second.
One thing you do know, as you're deciding what to do, is that they were talking about some event, and I put that down the name of the event at the guild, and the date, and he's expected to be there along with that other person.
Oh, well, in that case, no, I'll just hide behind the barrels.
Okay. All right, well, in that case, eventually he'll continue going down the street. Char notices that he goes toward a busier section of the city and then loses him.
Okay.
All right. Well, I guess once we're sure. Actually, no. I'm gonna crawl over and then I'm gonna go ahead and crawl up Ragu, get up near the shoulder, and okay. So, I guess we should find Oreo too.
And she's around the other side.
She's hiding,
I'll have Char
so if she doesn't want to be found, good luck with that.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, we can walk around and look real quick.
I mean, I would have seen the guy that left from this side, right?
You would have, yes.
Yeah.
And then I waited. How long did it pass before they got together? Like, what, a 15-minute wait before everything got silent?
Something like that.
Then, yeah, I would have stepped out by that point. There's
Okay.
no point in me hiding there.
Fair enough. All right. Yep. Everybody gets back together. I put the information in the chat that you guys were able to listen to.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Do you do anything else here, or should I take you back to the map?
If we're just discussing, we can do that back at the apartment, not out on the street.
Fair enough. All right. So you head back to the apartment. And,
Although,
oh, go ahead.
Although, would we go to the apartment, or would we want to go over to where the pattern guilds are for the other project? Oh, no,
Oh
no, we
yes,
need to meet
yes.
with Devok first.
Yeah,
Yeah, pick
we'll
the
pick up
apartment.
with the Vok because he should be
Okay,
getting
so
there.
yeah, you eventually, yeah, you make your way back to the apartment, and Devok finishes. Actually, Devok will probably take longer than you because it's a longer trek. And he's got a lot of chit chat and everything. So it'll probably take a good hour and probably 2 hours before Devok shows up.
Oh, he's got his mixer.
Pico, do you have any idea of the security around the library since you spent there quite a lot of time?
Um, although I think actually this is probably fairly far away from what I'm doing, because let's see, because this mentioned being kind of in the lesser used area of the Pattern Guild. You said it was
Well,
around 10,
actually,
was it?
real quick, I'll go ahead and pause to put your character may. Did you tell Oreo where you're going? You told her in generalities, but were you specific?
Well, I was thinking we could go there directly afterwards, so yeah, I would have mentioned this is where we're going.
Which is?
Well, the way it was just described is the lesser used areas of the Pattern Guilds.
Right, but it was, he told you it was the ancient library.
The Ancient Library. Okay, that was something that kind of glitched out on me.
Oh, did
Okay.
it? Yeah, okay, my bad. Yeah, it's kind of annoying, it's like when things like that disappear. But yeah, when he was telling you about it, he actually told you the name of it. Let me find it.
Okay.
Although then, if that's the case, though, Jeremy, this is something that I think you might need to clarify because the note doesn't say Great Library; it just says library. So
It
how would?
does. However, Elru gave it to them when they were leaving the discussion that involved the place mentioned.
Uh,
Okay. So it's, yeah, the Ancient Library of Nostramus.
And I'm only making sure that you know because apparently when my description must have glitched out, and they would have
yeah.
heard the name, and without the name, there's no way for you to put two and two together. So
Yep.
sorry about that.
Yep. That's exactly it. So okay. Well then that. Okay. So I guess ignore what I said. Yeah. Ignore what I said.
All right. Um, so, all right. Well, I guess, well, that's the thing. If we have to wait for Devok anyway, we can sort of compare notes regardless. So, and yeah, and I guess I can fill in more detail about what we're trying to do as far as this tome, because yeah, we're actually trying to go in and infiltrate this tome at the ancient library of Nostramus, and which is, as far as I understand, in the lesser used areas of the Pattern Guilds. So I'm not too familiar with that area.
Okay. So just in case.
And just to be clear again, Ragu, you mentioned that this is the place that you guys just left, which now I know is the ancient library, is the spot that we need to retrieve something special for, but not touch anything else, right?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. Okay. Fair.
All right, so I put in, just in case of glitching, I went ahead and put in various key points of that conversation that you would have heard, um, only because I can't rely on the audio. Oh, dang it.
Something you didn't need to tell us is there?
Yeah, I did. Oh well.
Well, if you're referring to the Nastra thing, that was like that was what I was already expecting to have to do as soon as you mentioned the reverse thing.
Okay.
So
We'll say you figured it out, just to make it easy.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty. Anyway, so what do you do next?
Well, I guess we'll. Well, yeah, I guess we should wait for Devok to arrive since we don't know when he's going to pop up.
Okay, so probably around 2 in the morning, Devok finally gets back.
Hmm.
And Devok, I'm guessing you're not much of a party person, so you're feeling tired.
Yeah.
Uh, well, congratulations, I think. Did you get to do anything with the delivery?
Not as of yet.
Ah, well, there might actually be a use for that if you're not too tired. We need to infiltrate a place, and maybe some contractors would be useful.
Fair. However, let me see. I would need to wait for more spell slots before hiring more people. As
Mhm.
of right now, I have one.
Hmm. Um, well,
We still have us. Mm.
there is actually a way, although it's certainly not going to make you feel more energetic. Um, if you're willing to put extra effort into your casting, you could cast a spell at the cost of a level of exhaustion. It just mean you'd have to get a good and a long rest
Yeah.
at the night after we're done.
Yeah, the main
Yeah.
issue is that you still have the celebration where you can take your long rest, so you'll be stuck with that level of exhaustion until after then.
I thought we could get back a level of exhaustion if we made a con roll and rested overnight.
Um, oh yeah, I guess that works if you make your con roll.
Yeah, admittedly, it's not a guarantee, but that's up to you. Otherwise, we can just take one for a test drive, see what that's like.
Yeah, I'm thinking I might be able to get a second one, but hold on. There's a thing for wizard where you can refresh a spell slot, but I'm trying to find it and I can't.
Oh, Arcane
It's called
Recovery.
Arcane Recovery.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Does it
that's
work for any spell slot?
that would be during a short rest.
Oh. Yeah.
And I think you
Uh,
get one of those between long rests. I'm not sure, but once per day. Yeah, so short rest.
Well, if you have one spell slot, you can go ahead and burn it tonight and then get it back by tomorrow morning.
sure, I can do that. So I make a second skeleton then.
Okay.
Now, the skeleton or zombie, they actually do different things.
Actually, I'll get a zombie because I already have a skeleton. So
Okay. Well, let me go ahead and copy your skeleton. And then, so you're gonna have one skeleton and one zombie, or do you have more than that?
just one of each.
Okay.
Well, actually, since you're a necromancer, one casting of the spell um, can give you the
What am I looking for?
two.
No, wasn't it you could create one or renew two?
Hold on a second. I'm not saying things right. Here, this is it.
Hmm?
What are we looking for? Zombie.
Oh, that's right. Okay, then I make two.
And we have some extra bodies here for you.
Well, technically, then I should have four because that should have applied to the first one too, huh?
If you only had the one body, I don't know how that worked with the.
Oh, good point.
Yeah. At the time they give you one to cast on, so yeah, you still just have the one there. It's not as
Okay, then I'll
efficient, but. All right. Let me find a zombie token for you.
two zombies, one skeleton.
Yeah. I don't think you guys have fought zombies, so I actually don't have any of those prepared. Here's one.
It's funny. I'm thinking back on like every campaign we've ever done. Have we ever fought a zombie?
don't know, honestly.
I don't think we've ever fought a zombie.
It was kind of an experimental trial run, but I fought a zombie once, and it was a little more interesting than I thought.
Oh yeah, that little experiment.
8, it looks like. All right. And then I can just copy that. Yeah, zombies definitely have more health.
Huh?
I said zombies definitely have more health
Yeah.
than the
Yeah.
skeletons do. Okay.
Also, don't forget to add my wizard level to their hit points.
Oh, okay.
So they
So
get
what's your wizard level? 6?
5.
5? Okay, so that's handy.
And your proficiency bonus to its weapon damage rolls.
Yeah. I want to say my proficiency bonus is 6, but let me look. Yeah. Oh wait, proficiency bonus? What does that mean?
That's 3. It should be right above your saving throws.
What proficiency? Oh, it's 2.
Yeah, that's a universal character thing. As the character's overall level increases, that'll eventually go up. So every 4
Actually,
levels, it ticks up a point.
Gotcha.
it should be 3 right now.
Says
Yeah.
2.
Your levels might not be written down properly.
Yeah,
then.
I see Grave Cleric 1, Wizard 5. So you got, yeah, that's right. You guys are 6 total, right? So
Yeah.
that is weird.
Yeah, but is it written there? Because in
Oh,
fact,
I see what you're saying.
yeah, I think the math actually has to be done. Because I think, because yeah, is he? Yeah, because his second class is only showing wizard level 2.
Oh, okay. Let's see if that worked. Okay, that
Yeah,
worked.
there you go.
All right, you're fixed.
Cool.
So it is a +3.
That should also fix hit dice if those weren't handled properly before. So in fact, have you done any hit dice stuff so far?
Yeah. Not recently, but yeah.
What did you use a hit die for?
Healing? Oh wait, yeah. Healing?
Was
Did you
that
really-
since your last long rest?
That was whenever, I don't know when that was.
That's probably long enough. I think that's probably supposed to be 6 then.
Okay.
Because yeah, I don't think you didn't get hit. Oh, because I think the only time did you even take damage during the fight with the at the initiation?
No. I don't think so.
And yeah, and you didn't have any damage from the thugs, right? So those were the only fights I could think of.
I don't think so.
Yeah, you probably got full 6 hit dice.
Yeah.
Okay. Alrighty
For
then.
me, just as a quick flashback, is it possible for me to, while I was in the room earlier in the night, to have used a couple of hit dice?
Yeah, you got
During that
your
time?
recuperate. It's 10 minutes per hit dice. You had plenty of time.
Okay, cool. Thank you. I'll roll those right now. Keep going.
Okay. Are you going to the library now, or are you guys waiting?
Now that we've got Devok,
Because it's 2 o'clock in the morning. So do you want to go now, or do you want to wait until the next day?
maybe now while it's quiet and there's less people around.
All right. All right. So you make your way into the Pattern Guild district, and as you make your way to the lesser used section where you're appointed to, you see this library, or this large, fairly rundown looking building. You can see that there are multiple windows, but they're all barred, or sorry, there's wood over all of them, and you see the front door, which looks rather sturdy, but the emerald key you were given does fit. So what do you do?
Go ahead and use that to enter.
All right, so you enter the structure, and at this point in time, I'm going to paste the the creatures. As you're looking around, you can see lots of bookshelves that line the walls. You can see bookshelves, rows of bookshelves, some sort of front desk that is decrepit. You see various tables. It looks like that people sat in at one point in time, and through the cracks in the wood and the windows, you can see some light pouring in. Um, and you also hear the sounds of movement, heavy footsteps that reverberate as it sounds like two or three um, heavy creatures move around. So what do you do?
Hmm. We might want to avoid that. We need to get to the north east corner of this area. Actually, what if we got up on top of the shelves? How high up do the shelves go relative to the ceiling?
The shelves themselves, it's a double stack, so it's probably about see, 12 feet. The ceiling is probably a foot or two above that.
Okay, so not very much room. How about this? I'll go
Can
ahead
I?
and do a.
Okay.
Well, actually, I guess either or could try a scouting maneuver unless you had an idea.
I was going to say, can I send Char up to the top of the bookshelf and just be able to look out over the tops to see if he can see anything, moving between the stacks?
Okay. He does so. He sees some sort of humanoid-sized golem over here. He sees another human-sized golem over here. And then he sees some sort of passageway to the north over here. He sees that it's an open passageway, but there are curtains that seem to block the view.
Okay, I very quietly hold my finger over my lips and hand gesture over to this location, as in something's there. And then something else is over here. If you can see my pings, is where I'm pointing. And then I just kind of mouth the word uh, door and point straight to the back here.
I trust you guys know where we're going, so you guys lead the way. Oh, you're right
Let's
there.
try going this way first,
Okay.
and just gonna take a cautious peek.
Can you give me control over my tokens?
You not have control over your token?
No, my zombies and skeleton.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, just out of curiosity, Oreo, you were worried about the subcontractors. Here they are.
They're like head to toe covered in armor.
Oh, actually, if I remember correctly, you give your zombies orders, but you don't have direct control of them. So you have to
Okay.
tell them where to go.
Follow me.
Okay. All right. And Oreo, as are you staying there or are you moving up?
I'm moving up, but I do you see the chat?
Oh, I want to still check. Yeah, I was.
Uh,
Yeah, so I was actually going to ask everybody for a group stealth check, but yeah, okay. Um,
Those are hit dice, but unless I'm missing something.
yeah, you're probably missing something.
no, it's GM chat. She Anyway, so yeah, Oreo, you did not get spotted. However, if you guys are moving together as a group, I am going to ask for a group stealth check.
I would definitely do that because I can
Do
do it at advantage.
people have to roll as well?
Yep. Let me roll for these guys.
Oh. Huh.
Okay, so let's see. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 successes. Okay, that's enough. So as you guys are moving forward, You can see one of the golems kind of moving to the south. He seems to be moving on he just seems to be almost like he's following something. And then you can hear a golem heading to the over this way as well. Um, at the moment, because you guys are behind those shelves, the golem hasn't spotted you, but you suspect that going forward he might. So what do you do?
I'm going to cast Minor Illusion right here to fake a extra set of bookshelves. And
Okay.
and then once I've done that, gesture for everybody to move forward. I'll go ahead and lead the way.
Okay. Go ahead and move forward.
Uh, Jeremy, this is awkward. Do I yes or no?
Um, I'm assuming you're moving forward, so I moved those guys after you said you moved forward. So go ahead.
Yeah, no, it's just I guess this isn't working. Never mind, then I'll just go with them.
I'm sorry. Were you trying to do something?
Yeah, I'm trying to follow the note.
Oh, you are, but you realize looking ahead that is probably not the one you were looking for.
Okay, thank you.
Just go ahead and scroll up ahead. I sorry, I got confused.
Oh, good.
All right, so you're hiding behind the some you're hiding behind the bookcases. The golems continue moving to the south. So what do you do?
Okay, so peeking here, I guess I don't see anything. I'm going to go ahead and try and peek a little forward, get a quick look into this next room.
Okay, you do so, and over here you hear the sounds of heavy footsteps.
Hmm.
You also see more bookshelves. You see a big fancy desk with ink bottles and papers, and you see some purplish light from an adjacent room.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and I'll step back a bit and whisper that there's a purplish or red room to the right we want. There's something stomping around on the left side.
Okay, I nod.
Let's see. These curtains were they already open?
They're meant to be mostly closed, but you can easily open them.
Well, if they're closed, I'm going to keep them that way, but just kind of peek, see if I can see real quick what the patrol path is.
Okay. Yeah. So you see you see this golem moving through. I'm going to go ahead and start moving these guys as well. And he's continuing to move. Go ahead and, well, I guess those are mostly closed, so that's fine. And then he seems to be heading away from you now.
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and cast a minor illusion right behind him here, just to basically make it look like there are more shelves. And then I'm going to quickly gesture for everybody to come through the curtain. I'm going to start moving towards the northeast room.
Okay. Okay. The zombies head through, and my map is going crazy. That's excellent. All right. And Oreo, what are you doing?
Thinking, give me a sec. I wait until everybody's already. I'm assuming all of them are in the other room at this
Yep.
point.
Yep.
I don't care at this point. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna just show it in the chat here. So I think it's this. I'm gonna
Okay.
go around the desk, see if I can, because I know exactly where it's at.
You
So
do,
can I?
and you grab it. And
I
as soon as you grab it, you hear this loud scream. Everybody hears it, and you see darkness darkness kind of come out of nowhere and gather into a ghostly form. And the ghost wails as it forms before you. Go ahead and oh, actually, you rolled that, so you're hidden. So it starts tearing at the desk. We're gonna have everybody roll initiative, even though it doesn't know where Oreo is at the moment.
What?
And then I'm gonna roll initiative for your critters.
My mercenaries, thank you very much.
All right, did everybody roll?
Yep.
Yep.
Wow, I think that's the lowest initiative we've ever seen for one of the enemies.
All right, so Pico, you see that you can't see Oreo at the moment. However, you hear a blood-curdling scream coming from this other room, and you can see darkness has formed into some sort of dark spirit. And furthermore, you can hear the heavy sounds of footsteps. It seems like the golems have been alerted. What are you going to do?
Oh crap! And the dark spirit's doing what right now?
It's oddly enough, it's tearing at the desk. It's like it's trying to dig through the desk to get to something.
Ah, shoot. Are we ready to start an attack? Damn it. All right.
Do we have a choice? Let's go.
True enough. All right. Well, I guess I am going to take. Why am I scrolling up in the chat? That's not what I'm trying to do here. Which form do I want? I guess I'm probably going to want the bear form.
Okay.
So,
You should be able to drag it over.
yep. So I guess I'm going to go ahead and charge. Oops. I'm just going to park myself in the corner there for now. I'm going to go ahead and charge up slash twice at the dark spirit.
Okay.
And then, all right. We gotta see where ground bear. There we go. Okay, there we go. Let's see, does that work? Did that actually roll?
Yep.
Oh, geez.
That first one does not hit.
All right, I'll do the attack.
The
Okay,
second
well.
one does not hit.
All right, well, that doesn't help, so I'm going to go ahead and run back over here. And, okay, we got trouble. That thing's clawing in the desk. I wouldn't be surprised if Oreo's under it right now.
Oreo, you're still hidden, but the spirit is clawing at the desk as if it's trying to dig through the desk to where the drawer was.
Going to have daggers ready, pop out, and with advantage because I wasn't hidden, attack it.
All right, and the rest of you see Oreo pop out from underneath the desk and attack. Go ahead. Okay, that hits.
So it's that plus this plus I need to roll 1d10 for the firebolt that Galen put from it last week.
Okay, go ahead.
2d10.
It's 2d10 from now?
Yeah.
Okay.
We've all hit level 5, 2d10.
All right, another 11. So fairly massive hit.
And then offhand attack. That one's a normal, right?
Yeah.
Um,
Okay, that hit as well.
plus also the roll that I just made up there with the hold on for the firebolt.
I think you have to make another roll for that.
I know, but that's
Okay.
what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing right now.
Okay, no problem. All right, so 16 it looks like. All right, it's
And
about
yeah.
1/3 of its health.
I'm right. I stay put.
All right. So at this point in time, you're either reaching around the desk or you're on top of the desk. So which
I'm
one is it?
behind the desk, isn't it?
Yeah, you were. So yeah, okay, you're going over the desk. Okay, no problem.
Yeah, so by the chair. But I
Okay.
mean, like in behind the desk. Sorry, I'm not trying to get out of its melee, but like just.
Yeah, no, you're standing behind the desk and reaching over.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
I was asking.
exactly.
Yeah.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
Excellent. All right. Make sure I have you guys. Okay. So the weaker golem one. He's gonna start moving. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Weaker golem 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. She's behind the desk. He's out of movement. So he'll start smashing. No, he won't do that. He'll just go around. 4. All right, Ragu. You see Oreo standing behind the desk, attacking the Dark Spirit. You saw the Golem move up behind her, but since they're slow, he doesn't had enough movement to attack. The other Golems are most likely on their way. What are you going to do?
I'm going to run up here and let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's a wall there. So I'll go ahead and do this side. 1, 2, 3, 4. And attack the Dark Spirit.
All right, go for it.
I don't see Char. Did he make it?
He might not have made it, so I can add him. There you go. We'll just assume he's been following you.
All right, yeah. He's gonna fly over this way. Go ahead and give me help on the Dark Spirit and
Don't
land
you
on the
have
bookshelf.
advantage because of the flank situation, or am I not considered in a position that he's considered flank?
Oh,
No, he is.
oh, in that case, yeah, never mind.
Could
Char's
you
just
put
sitting there.
the help advantage on this guy though?
Yes, I can. He
Thank
flies
you.
this way, around the golem, and then up onto the bookshelf.
Okay.
And I will.
And unlike the char advantage, the flanked advantage you have on all your attacks, so you have advantage. Okay, you hit. For 16 points, massive blow. 1/10 of his health.
Then the side swing.
It hits again. Can you do at least 6 points of damage? You do,
Yes,
and he screams as he fades away. And as he does so, he, for some reason, reaches toward Oreo and then vanishes. Is that the end of your turn?
I've got 2 more hex movements, so I'll just come up here next to. Here we go.
Okay. All right. Well, normally, Devok, you would give orders, I think, as a bonus action, but you would have probably said something once combat started. So, what was your last order to your skeleton?
How specific do I have to be?
They're not the smartest things in the world, so I would be reasonably specific. You might have to experiment, see what happens.
I'll say attack the golems.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, the skeleton runs up.
It has advantage on that first hit.
Yeah, I was about. Wait, doesn't the skeleton use a bow? Isn't that like why it has less health and stuff?
Oh, you're right. So let's revert that. And he shoots.
And the spell says that you can mentally command your creatures on a bonus action, so if he doesn't want to make noise, he doesn't have to.
Yeah, that's right. All right, yeah, he has a short sword and a bow. So because you asked about the bow, I'm going to assume that that's what you told him to do. So we'll just go with that. Okay, he shoots at the golem, and unfortunately he misses. 1, 2. Did zombies get the same orders?
Yeah.
And how far can he move? movement is 20. So that would be 4 hexes. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then he dashes to get into place. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 dashes to get into place. All right, Devok, it is now your turn.
I move and I shoot the golem that my 2 zombies are attacking.
Okay. And you hit with the first one. Miss with the second.
For 1 damage.
All right. And oh, sorry, is that the end of your turn?
Yep.
Oh, sorry.
And weaker golem 2 with a initiative of a whopping -3 goes now.
I didn't realize that was a possibility to get that low of a negative.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was impressed.
They're slow, like I said. All right, beginning of round 2. Pico, you can see that there's a big melee going on with one of the golems. The spirit has been vanquished. What are you going to do?
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and run in, and I'll hack at this weaker golem.
Okay.
It might help if I use the correct sheet here. So let's see, try claws. Finally.
It hits. All right, solid 13.
And that misses.
All right.
Oh, wait a minute. No, I got advantage because of my...
Oh, well, in
don't.
that case, it hits.
No, I don't. Never mind. So it misses.
Okay, fair enough.
If you stand right here, you have advantage.
Yeah, well, too late.
Okay.
All right, is that the end of your turn? Pico?
Yeah.
All right, Oreo, you see these zombies, or at least they're very smelly humans, attacking the golem who's attacking you. What are you going to do?
I'm gonna move into this position and not be out of its melee.
Right?
And then switch one of my daggers to the one that I happen to get from Lumev that lets me do double damage on golems and strike with that at advantage.
Okay, go for it. And Nate, you hit.
Plus, and yeah, that's the first hit, and then offhand.
Okay,
With the
so let's see,
regular
that's
rapier.
19.
Oh, right, double damage, I
38.
forgot.
Yeah, so, wow. All right, go ahead.
And then offhand with the regular not the rapier, the dagger that I've got.
That hits as well.
But this is the normal one, so no double damage, just 8.
All right, yeah, that double damage is killer. Good you kept that. Is that the end of your turn?
Yup, I'm staying put.
All right. All right. Weaker golem. Wait, this doesn't make sense. No, that's number 2. Why is he highlighted? That is weird. All right. All right, it should be weaker golem 1. So he goes 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. All right, the golem runs up and attacks Ragu. Alrighty. So he is going to do his slam. Slams into Ragu, hitting. 27 does hit, correct?
Solidly. I cannot stop that.
All right, so you take 15 bludgeoning damage and have to make a DC 15 Constitution save.
Wow, that was a rough landing, Sashi.
You made it. Had you not made it, then your maximum hit points would have temporarily been reduced by that damage.
Not good. Oh, this is just like the creatures in the Mev.
3, 4. He doesn't have quite enough movement, but he is moving into place. All right, Ragu, you just got punched really hard by a golem, and you had another golem approach to attack next round. What are you going to do?
Yeah, I'm going to attack. Char's gonna fly down this way, and give me Advantage on weaker golem 1,
Okay.
and I'm going to swing away on weaker golem 1.
All right, go for it.
And I'm going to.
And
That's
you
a
hit.
hit. And I'm going to do damage, but. Okay, so there's a 9
Right.
plus 1d8, which is 6. And he's going to have to make a DC 15 or be knocked prone.
Strength.
Yeah.
Okay.
And this is 2 damage. The grappling is the only one that is damage.
All right. Why didn't that work? All right, I'll try it this way. Strength. Okay, he made it.
Okay, so he's not knocked prone, but he still takes an additional
Yeah,
6.
he already took the damage.
All right. And then on the backswing.
Okay, you hit him
So
again.
for 9. 9 and 9.
Yep.
And I'm going to go ahead and try that one more time.
All right. So he takes
Then
another 4?
Yeah, and that'll be a DC 15 strength check again.
Okay. I'm just going to do it manually for now. I'm going to have to reset the scripts. All right, so he failed that one, so you do knock him prone.
Oh.
All right, is that the end of your turn?
It is.
All right, despite the highlight being wrong, it's Devok's skeleton's turn again. The skeleton is going to shoot at probably Golem 1 since he's who he shot at before. And he hits. And does he has advantage, so we'll take the 24. All right, so 8 piercing damage, which is just enough that the golem falls to the ground and smashes into pieces. All right, zombie 3, which is the other one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Runs into place, although he can't attack. Zombie 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Runs into place but cannot attack. All right, Devok, your skeleton took out one of the golems. What are you going to do?
Move forward a little bit, and then I'll shoot golem number 2.
Okay. Neither of those hit.
Of course. And that's my turn.
All right.
Golem 1. Oh, wait, no, nobody's attacking it yet. Never mind.
All right, so golem number 2 then is just going to punch at Ragu because none of those arrows hit, so he doesn't even know what's happening. All right, he is going to slam, but Ragu easily dodges. And the beginning of round 3. All right, Bear Pico, you can see that one of the golems has been destroyed. The spirit's been destroyed. What are you going to do?
Let's see. Okay, so I see that there's 2 there. Actually, I guess I'm going to take advantage of this partial cover. I'm just basically going to reach over the counter here and just slash at weaker golem 2.
Okay.
So I'll go ahead and claws first.
You hit.
And then follow up with a bite, which probably also hits.
It does.
All right, and then I'm gonna go ahead and kind of pull back and crouch, behind the desk so that I've got better cover.
Okay. All right, Oreo. It looks like we're down to 2 golems. One is currently prone. What are you going to do?
Which one's prone?
The one to the south.
1.
Is there a way for me to like get to this space, like in between the bookshelf and this enemy, like when
You
I'm
can
attacking?
You can be like right here.
Well,
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, there's space on the other side of the bookcase. You can stand there.
okay, so okay, so I'll say that I'm directly there then, and then do my 2 attacks on this guy.
Okay. And of course you have advantage. And you hit.
And then so that again doubled plus this,
All right, not nearly as much as last time, but still a solid hit, almost killing it.
and then the offhand.
That hits for another 5, leaving it still alive, but just barely.
Okay, and I stay there.
All right. Golem 1 spends half his movement to stand up, and is going to turn to the last source of pain and swing and try to slam into Oreo. But with a 9, Oreo dodges as he smashes into a bookcase. He hits one of the books, which is magically protected, and then the golem explodes. Ragu, what are you going to do? You just saw what happens when you mess with the wrong book.
Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and swing away at Golem 2, making sure not to hit any of the bookshelves.
Go for it. Okay, that hits. Okay, 11 points.
And then a follow up.
That hits as well. All right, for another 9. So he's about 1/3 of his health. Is that the end of your turn?
Yes, it is.
Okay, the skeleton, who, if he could think, would now think of himself as a hero, now shoots at Golem 2, but misses. All right, Zombie 1 hits with advantage. So he hits. And so you said we should be adding... Oh, come on, just roll the damage, will you? All right. We said we should add your proficiency to the damage.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's a +4 instead of a +1. So he does 10 points of damage. All right. The other zombie moves up to attack. Slams into him with a 20. And does another 10 points of damage.
Wow.
The creature is still alive, but at 1/10 of his hit points. Davak, what are you going to do?
I shoot it.
Go for it. You hit with the second one.
What are my rolls today? That's not bad.
And you finish it off in fire. All right, I'll go ahead and take you out of combat.
I kind of look a little bit guilty, and I go over to Ragu and I give him a potion. I was like, maybe this might help with that. Sorry.
What was so important? I remember you saying that we were to touch nothing in the library except the one thing we need.
Oh, I didn't touch anything. It's just I have no idea. I just checking out the stuff. I'm curious about things, and then
Okay.
that decided to pop up. But here, take the potion.
All right, I'll take the potion.
All right.
And
Walk up to Ragu. All right. Well, I was originally going to try and say the name on the book backwards, but I don't know that I can do that in a way it'll understand, so you'll probably have to do that for me.
Let I shall say the name.
So yeah, you should be saying Nastra, I believe, but just to make sure, verify that it says Artson on the book. In fact, I'm going to go check that.
Yeah. Let's go in and check the book and make sure there's nobody else out here.
So as you approach, you see this book, and you can see that this purple glow that permeates the room, and this dark smoke that comes out of it. The book is currently open and on the stand, and you also see bookshelves full of books. So what do you do?
I tell Ragu, okay, no, not this book.
Okay.
Hold on a second. Okay. So looking over here, I'm going to go ahead and look on the shelves and look for a large book labeled Artson.
It takes you about 30 seconds, but you do eventually find it.
All right. Well, I'll go ahead and awkwardly pull it out and hand that to Ragu.
I'll go ahead and take it, and I will make
Oh,
sure
that's
it has the
Nastra.
word. Yeah.
Well, I should say
Make
Artson
sure
on it.
it has the
It
word
says
artisan
arson
on it.
on the binding.
Yeah. Then I very quietly say the word Nastra.
Okay. And you hear everything get silent as if it's waiting for something. And it stays silent as if it's waiting for something.
I say the
Oh,
word.
crap. I go ahead and change out a wild shape. I think we need this.
Ah,
Key.
I take the key and
Okay,
place it.
you do so, and you hear a voice in your head, command.
Just the word command.
It says command, as if it's waiting for a command.
Try Nastra there.
Nastra.
And then it says, then you hear a clearer voice that says, "What is your command?"
Open the path below.
As soon as you say "open," the ground begins to move, and stairs appear going downward in the corner.
Ah, there we go. Open.
All right. Go, everybody, stack up, and I will take you down the stairs. All right, you should now be down the stairs. So what do you do? As you arrive, you see it feels damp down here. You can see these lanterns that still seem to be going, despite however long it's been, giving off this bluish white light, almost like a fluorescent light. And you see the room full of bookshelves and boxes. You see a door going north, south, east, and west.
We want this door over here, the west one.
Okay.
We don't want to mess with any of the others. I don't think we want to open them.
All right, so you open the door?
Yep.
Okay. You open the door, and washed with this red light. And you see some sort of magic circle glowing on the ground. You see a book open in the center. And you see the book is chained to the stand, and you see a small lock.
All right. Let's go ahead and walk up, and I'll go ahead and try the emerald.
All right. I was going to say first, not the greatest of ideas to be walking right onto the circle, and I thought you might try a mage hand before you put your hands on it, but you're already there.
Yeah. I'm going to try the emerald key in the lock.
It unlocks, and then the book flashes, and then it goes dark. And as it goes dark, you hear screams echoing from the walls, and you see rising from the ground spirits.
Well, I'm going to grab the book and just run.
Okay, so we'll go ahead and just go into initiative, and then you can do you can run if you want. All right, so roll initiative. Dang it. Hold on. Before you roll initiative, let me reset the dumb scripts.
Yeah. Now
Oh,
too late.
I've
Sorry,
noticed,
failed
yeah, the
twice.
dark spirit's numbered.
Yeah. Oops, not convert game.
Wait,
API
who
scripts.
act?
Come on. Yeah, I'm not sure why Roll20 is having trouble. All right, so everything's resetting. All right, everything has reset. So I will then delete these guys and re-put them out. But yeah, this is why the highlight wasn't working and whatnot. Okay. Okay, so it looks like we got Pico, we got Oreo. We're missing. Okay, there's Ragu, and then we're missing Devok. Devok, and I'll go ahead and roll for your critters.
Wait, where is everyone else?
Right here in the, yeah, here's the, yeah.
It's just you? Oh, and Pico.
And now Oreo's down there too. She's down here.
All right, Devok, did you roll initiative?
No, I didn't.
All right. All right, so beginning of round 1. Ragu, you can see the spirits have risen all around you. What are you going to do?
Char's gonna fly down this way and into this corner, and I'm going to attack Dark Spirit 4
Okay.
because he's most immediately in the way of Pico and Oreo.
Okay. All right, you hit.
Okay, and 14.
All right, solid 14 points of damage.
And then my...
Yeah, it is. Okay, go ahead. Remember, if you have a non-magical weapon, it does half damage, so I don't know if anybody has non-magic weapons anymore. Okay, that hits. All right, for another
Turn
10.
of 10.
No, not 1. Okay, 10. There you go. All right, is that the end of your turn?
Yes it is.
All right. Dark Spirit 3 screams. And then he raises his hand, and a specter rises from the ground. And that specter will get initiative. And it is now that specter's turn, I guess, because he rolled a 14. Actually, I'll let Devok go first. Devok, so as a bonus action, you can give commands to your undead, and then of course you have your regular actions. So do you give any commands to your undead?
I tell them to attack the spirits.
Okay. All right, go ahead, and they will do their things on their turn.
And I will shoot Dark Spirit 4 with Eldritch Blast.
All right. Both of those hit.
14 damage.
All right. Is that the end of your turn?
Yep.
All right. Sinister Spirit 1 is going to attack Oreo and attempt to drain her life with a critical hit.
Oh, wait a minute. What happened to my turn?
Do you not have a turn?
Yeah,
I'm
he
down there
had
with
like an
17.
18.
Really? Okay. Sorry about that. Ignore that damage, because for some reason this wasn't sorted correctly. All right, Pico, go ahead.
All right. I think I am going to. Damn it. Checking one thing here real quick. Of course, I probably should have left that. Where is the spell? There it is. Okay. Yeah, I did make the mistake of undoing that one. Crap, and it's indoors. I can't even do that. All right, conjure animals it is. I am going to fill this room full of wolves.
All righty. Brilliant. That's what you're going to use.
It wasn't my preference, but I didn't
No,
have...
no, I'm not talking about you. I am still complaining about roll 20 right now. Sorry about that.
Oh.
Yeah, it did sound like you were being sarcastic towards his wolves, and I was thinking that he probably didn't
The
memorize
icon.
moon.
I
Moon
thought he
15.
meant the. I thought he was doing the joke on the icon that
Yeah,
got pulled up.
I was talking about that icon because it
Yeah.
was that icon instead of the wolf, because for
Yep.
some reason
Oh.
my connection is gone and I have to set it up again. Sorry, I'm a little annoyed at the moment with this thing.
Oh,
All good.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
So one moment, I will set up the wolf. Let's see, how many hit points does a wolf have? 11 it looks like, and an AC of 13. Okay. 11, 11, 13. C. Blah, blah, blah. There you go. He's set up. And I can use selected. Brilliant. And I should build a drag and drop. There you go.
Uh-huh.
8 of them?
Yeah.
All right. You have summoned the wolves, and as you do so, you give them a mental command, which is...
Attack the spirits, starting with the two closest to Oreo.
Okay. All right. So Wolf 8 runs over and attacks Sinister Spirit 1, attempting to bite that spirit. Does he have advantage?
Only if he's flanking, which he wouldn't. Well, wait, no, actually, that's right. He's doesn't have to flank for this. He's within 5 feet. So yeah, he does have advantage.
Okay, so he hits with advantage, doing 10 points of damage, but unfortunately, these guys are resistant to non-magical attacks, so he only does 5. Okay, the next wolf runs up to attack, climbing between Oreo and the Sinister Spirit. Also with advantage. With the 16, he hits, doing 7 points, so 3 points gets through due to the magic resistance. Alright, the next wolf runs past and attacks the Sinister Spirit. Same deal. 15, that's a hit. And does 4 points of damage. Alright, next wolf's going to run past and attack and then keep running. And he is going to hit. And because he has advantage, that's still a hit. And does another 3 points of damage. Alright, the wolf runs up to Oreo, bites between her legs, and backs off. With the 23, does 3 points of damage. And then the other wolves just kind of surround. Actually, no, they'll attack the other spirit. So 3 attacks against the other spirit. So 1, 2, 3. 2 of them hit. for a total of 6 points of damage. All right, Pico, is that the end of your turn?
Probably not. Well, I am going to go ahead and grab the book, which presumably is still right there.
Yep.
And the key, and go ahead and pocket that. And I'm going to try and crap. I want to. Oh shoot! Can I actually sort of split the difference here? Like, 'cause I'd like to be able to run straight through, like right there. But is that going to be too close to the spirits?
Yeah, if you well, if you don't want, if you have to be in your own hex at the end of your turn, and otherwise, if you run straight through, you'll probably wind up here. So yeah, you can run over your opponents or your allies though. So you could run through Ragu as long as you don't end there, but that would leave you within range of Dark Spirit 4.
Yeah, well, that's my concern. Is if I have to step on one of those hexes, then that's an opportunity to attack from either one. I was hoping to
Yeah.
split the difference, but all right. Well, that's not going to do any good then. Crap. So instead, I'm just going to. I'm just going to go ahead and move in here and cover Oreo's flank.
Okay. And Devok. Wait, why didn't your guys go before? Oh, because we restarted the order. Yeah, we restarted the order and we skipped that turn. So, okay, so Devok, what are you going to do?
I'll shoot the same ghost spirit, I suppose.
Okay. And you hit. You get 2 shots, right?
Yeah, does that kill it?
It does not.
It does not.
Okay.
Okay, you hit.
Okay, you hit.
Nope. Yeah, it's my turn.
Is that the end of your turn?
Yep.
Alrighty. The Sinister Spirit is going to attack what it perceives to be the weakest target, which is basically any of the wolves. So it's going to attack the wolf to the north and drain its life. It succeeds in hitting, doing 8 points of damage to the wolf, and then the wolf has to make a DC 10 Constitution save, or its hit point maximum goes down permanently. It makes the save. Alright. Dark Spirit 4 is going to attack Ragu and attempt to drain his life with a 24. That would normally hit. Does that still hit, Ragu?
Yeah, that's still too high for me to defend at this point.
Okay, you take 22 points of necrotic damage as it drains your life, and make a DC 14 Constitution save. You make it, so you do not lose 22 hit points until the next long rest. Alright, Dark Spirit 5 is going to start moving in. 2, 3, 4. And going to attack Ragu with advantage. Life drain. So it's a 22. Does that hit?
Yeah.
It's against Ragu.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to shield that.
Okay, you're going to shield that?
Yeah.
Alright. Alright, Zombie 1 runs in to follow orders and start killing things. So it's going to start attacking Dark Spirit 5. And it hits. And it still does not do damage. Alright, so it does 10 points of damage, as every other time a zombie attacks. But only 5 gets through, because those things are resistant to non-magical attacks. And then Dark Spirit 1, seeing the zombie, goes and attacks it. It attempts to drain its life. With a 13, it succeeds. The zombie takes 16 points of damage, which it survives. And then the zombie has to make a DC 14 Constitution save, which it succeeds in making. And Oreo, you are completely surrounded by animals and a sinister spirit attacking you. What are you going to do?
I quickly look over to Pico and the others. We're leaving, right?
That's more or less the plan, although I don't know. Wait, no, we can't outrun these things.
Is these the ones that have the super fast speed?
Go
Yeah.
ahead and, if you want, Pico, you can make an Arcana check.
Sure, although so far I'm not seeing any. Let's see. Arcana. It's going to be this one, I guess.
Okay. One thing you realize is that there is a chance that they are tied to this level. If that makes sense.
Okay. There's a possibility they could be stuck here, but unfortunately, it looks like we have to brave at least 2 opportunity attacks to get out.
Right.
So
I'll
it's up to
do.
you if it's worth the risk.
Well,
I'll do my best to clear a path.
here's okay. So here's what I'll do. I think the wolves can take care of the one in front of me, so I'm going to do a bonus action to disengage,
Okay.
and then make it in front of here and attack this guy at advantage.
Okay, go for it. You hit.
Does that kill it or no?
Not quite. That does.
Hold on. I'm just checking the ruler here. Okay. Shoot. I don't like the position that we're losing, so I'm just gonna go over. Wait, hold on. Let me see if I can even make it that far. I'm just checking the.
Said, don't mean to be in the way.
No. I'm trying to no, not that you're in the way. I don't like in the position you're in, because the horde of spirits that are coming right next are.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I'll do the same thing that Pico did with me, and I'll stay here, and to cover. So that gosh, yeah. No, I can't do anything else. That's it. I stay put.
Okay.
Actually, wait, does your bonus action disengage only work on one enemy or multiples?
All of them. It's a
think
normal
it's all-
disengage. Yeah.
Oh.
But I don't have enough speed to get out.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Actually, can I yell something and then if it,
I mean,
guys
up
hear
to
it,
you.
can you hold on? Okay.
Well, I mean, your turn's not up yet, but I mean, sure, you can yell something quick.
All right. Wait for my signal, then ready to run.
Okay. I mean, that won't change my decision to still be there to protect you from flank, but that's it.
Okay.
That works fine.
All right. So Dark Spirit 2 looks at the living, and then raises his hand and screams, and a spirit comes into being. All right. The zombie rushes in to attack, since that was his last order, and then we'll attack the Dark Spirit. And he hits. Oops. And then he does no damage. This is so annoying. 7 points of damage, 3 of it gets through. And then it moves, finishes its movement. Skeleton 1, its last order was to kill the spirits, so it shoots. With the 24, it hits. So half of 12 is 6, and that's how much damage gets through. All right, now at the beginning of round 2. Ragu, more spirits have another spirit has arrived. What are you going to do?
I'm going to attack Dark Spirit 5 right here. What's
Okay.
going to happen is Char is going to fly over here and give me advantage, and then he's
You
going to
already have it. Oh, no, you don't. Never mind.
fly the heck out of the way.
Okay.
And I'm going to attack him with, okay, here it is, that rapier.
You hit.
That's a big old hit. And we're doing 13 damage, plus we're adding 1d8, 7 points. He's going to need to make a DC 15 strength check or be knocked backwards 15 feet.
Okay.
And that would be the now. Everybody run behind me.
Which he makes.
Oh, he does make it?
He does make it.
Crap. In that case, we'll try it again. All right. Normal attack. Got the dagger.
Okay. And you hit.
All right. It's 11 piercing.
All right. All right. Another
2
2.
more damage. And
All right.
another DC 15 strength check to get knocked back 15 feet.
All right. Which he does not make. So he basically phases through the other spirit, and then gets embedded inside the bookcase. Is that the end of your turn?
That would be the now that I yell.
Okay. If you have movement left, you can still move. Although you might get an opportunity attack, but you can take it if you want to take the chance.
I personally am not moving till everybody else is out, but don't worry, I can take it without opportunity attack. I need Oreo, Pico, and Devok to be gone.
Okay.
And I'm guarding the door here.
All right. Dark Spirit 1 or 3, seeing itself surrounded, screams, and another spirit arrives, which I will now roll initiative for. And then we'll go ahead and sort again. Hopefully it works this time. All right, and so that's the end of Dark Spirit 3's turn. Pico, another spirit has arrived. What are you going to do?
All right.
And your wolves will also attack, but we'll go ahead and let you do your turn.
No, I'm actually changing the order or my order command to them.
Okay.
I'm going to tell them to run to this corner. Well, maybe not that corner specifically. I'm going to tell them to run here. No, I take it back. It's going to tell them to run here, between Dark Spirit 5 and Dark Spirit 1, and then to run straight out the door.
Okay.
You're telling your wolves to run out the door?
So you want them to run here and then out the door.
Yes.
Okay. So that was your bonus action. Is there anything else you're doing?
I'm then going to go ahead and charge out of the room myself.
Okay.
Let's see, don't want to get too close to that guy. I'm going to grab Oreo as I go by and go ahead and pull her out of the room.
Okay.
And around the corner.
Sure. All right. And let me do the wolves before I do them, obviously. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4.
I'm just going to park myself in the room just so I can see what happens.
Let me see. What is their speed? 40. So 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
And I'll have
7.
them dash, get as far out as they can.
All right. And then 8. So that's going to be the 2 opportunity attacks. He can't do it because he's embedded, but 1 opportunity attack. Which misses, okay. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then the animal spirit would have taken his opportunity attack, which would have hit. So
that'll kill a wolf.
All right, so the wolf got to here and then died. Okay, next wolf. He already took his attacks. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And he's fine because there's already did their thing. All right, so this wolf does the same thing. Same thing. Same thing. Same thing. Same thing. Same thing. Except that wolf would have had 2 opportunity attacks. So he may die. Oops, wrong one. Alright. So the first one hits. Come on, attack. Okay, so that wolf died.
Yeah.
Alright. Okay, so Sinister Spirit 14 goes. And so he is going to head toward the closest target and attack.
Well, keep in mind, I'm not the closest target. I only came in here to spectate.
Oh, you're
Yeah,
outside?
he's on the outside.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's on the outside.
So that would
He
be
only moved himself in there to see the wolves.
Well, yeah.
Okay, fair enough. So that's Ragu then.
Yep.
All right, with a critical hit. So you take 19 points of necrotic damage and have to make a DC 10 Constitution save. Which you make. All right, Davak, the bunch of wolves just moved past you, 2 of them dying in the process. Ragu is nearing death as his life is being drained. What are you going to do?
Oh, Devok, get out. Your zombies are safe to move without taking. Well, one of them might take an opportunity attack.
Oh,
Okay.
by the way, Davak, you as a bonus action, you can give your undead new orders. Are you going to do so?
Yeah, I was gonna tell them to follow me, basically,
Okay.
to get out of the room.
Okay. They'll start doing that on their turns. All right. Dark Spirit 5 moves himself out of the bookshelf. That's basically rough terrain to move through things like that. But he still has plenty of movement left. And he is.
Oh wait, wasn't Devok gonna move his zombies too?
The zombies have their own initiative. They haven't gone yet.
Oh, never mind then.
Actually, one of them goes after this spirit. But unfortunately, this spirit is getting his revenge on Ragu. We'll see how that works for him. With the 15, it doesn't work at all. All right.
Okay.
The zombie then attempts to move. Those things already spent their opportunity attack, so he just moves. Okay. All right, Oreo, you're outside the room. Are you doing anything?
Yep. No, I'm just gonna move in a way that I can see where the other guys are, but I'm gonna be in my own square. That's it.
Okay. You guys suspect that if they are stuck on the level, that they could probably still go into that room you're in now. They're
Fine
just-
then. I will take then. I'll retrace then. I think I was here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It was around the corner, right? The stairs.
Yeah, it's around this
Yeah, it's
corner.
right here.
So yeah, I'll take both my action. Well, I'll do this. I'll use my bonus action to dash to make it out of the floor, the basement. But then I'm gonna hold an action if any of these spirits catch up to me in melee.
Okay. All right, Dark Spirit 1, seeing the chance for revenge, moves in because he has advantage. Okay, Life Drain with a 19. I do believe that's good enough to hit. Does it hit? Ragu.
I'm gonna go ahead and have to use shield.
Okay,
My last first level spell.
fair enough. And you survive longer. All right, Dark Spirit 2. What is he going to do? Pico Bear's not in there, right? He's just for looking.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
a spectator.
All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He's going to drain the life from the zombie, which succeeds. The zombie takes 24 points of necrotic damage. Let me make sure they're not resistant to they are resistant to necrotic damage, so he takes 12 points of necrotic damage. And then he has to make a save. Which he succeeds just barely. All right, Animal Spirit 2 starts moving around and attacks Ragu with advantage. The 19, because he has advantage. That shield lasts for the whole round, right? Till your next turn.
Yeah,
Okay,
it lasts
so
for
you're
the
good
whole
then.
thing.
All right, the zombie, following his order, leaves and gets. No, they already spent their opportunity attacks, so he's actually fine. He leaves. Okay, the skeleton, he's already in the room, so he just sits still. And we are now in round 3. Devak, you are surrounded and not feeling well at all. What are you going to do? You're the last one in the room, by the way.
You meant Ragu.
I meant Ragu.
Yeah,
I'm sorry about that.
yeah. I was gonna say I was. Yeah. All right. I Misty Step.
You don't want to
Um.
just disengage?
Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I mean,
Yeah,
how
I'm
far
going
does
to
Misty Step take?
disengage. Misty Step is a bonus action. Disengage is a
How
full
far does it
action.
move you?
30 feet.
Okay, well,
You can move the same distance with your disengage.
Yeah, that's true. I'll disengage. Um. Yeah. Disengage. Move through the door. Slam it shut. And get to the door as far as I can get.
All right,
1, 2. I can't get somewhere down there.
fair enough. All right, so you hear another spirit being summoned on the other side. Pico, the door is now closed. Although you do know that you've seen these things phase through things before, and you heard another spirit being summoned. What are you going to do?
Wolves pile up in the door and attack the first enemies that come through. We are leaving.
Okay. Is that the end of your turn?
Nope. Coming by here. First thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna burn an act to cast a level 3 heal. So that's oh shoot, be a cure wound upcast. So back 14.
Uh, how's everybody sounding? Is it just me or are people breaking up here? Hello?
It's okay. So,
People are breaking up for me too.
Yeah.
okay. Well, Roll20's acting flaky as well a little bit. So I don't know. Maybe there's some
All
sort
right.
of internet connection issue.
Okay. I was just having a hard time understanding, but okay. We're good.
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and move towards the stairs.
Okay. If you get to where Oreo is, then you're basically you can climb up to the next level.
I guess I'll go ahead and do that.
Okay. And Ragu, you had gained 14 hit points from the Cure Wounds spell, in case you missed it.
Okay, yeah, I did not hear that. Thank you.
All right, is that the end of your turn,
Probably-
Pico?
Yeah.
And did
It's
I talk
probably-
over somebody? Go ahead.
Yeah.
Devon.
This probably would have been a good thing to do with more people.
Oh, we've got a room full of people. Wolves and skeletons and zombies, and we just didn't expect that many bad guys. Yeah, we need to work on our strategy a bit.
All right. So a sinister spirit phases through the wall, but he doesn't have enough movement to attack. All right, Devak. Do you give new orders to your undead? Oh, okay. You go ahead and give the orders to the undead. I forgot about the wolves. They should be attacking that thing, but we have to get to that. Go ahead, Devak.
Are we running still?
Yes.
Okay, then I
That
tell
includes
them
your
to keep
zombies.
following me. Yes, I tell them to keep following me.
Okay. And they will do so on their turn. And in the meantime, I am going to move the wolves and have them all attack this thing. Alright, that one hits. So 9 points. And the wolf actually manages to destroy it. Alright. Dark Spirit 5. He phases through the wall, and the wolves attack. Alright. So he takes 3 from that wolf. None from that wolf. 4 from that for a total of 7. So 6 from that for a total of 13. And finally, 2 from that. So 16. So not enough to take him out, but a surprisingly large chunk, all things considered. All right. Oh wait, he forgot. He still has his attack, which he's going to make against a wolf, of course. He hits, and he kills. One of the wolves dies. All right, the zombie runs up the stairs with the buck. Oreo's still up the stairs. Dark Spirit 1 phases through the wall and attacks one of the wolves. But that 9 does not hit. And Dark Spirit 2 phases through the wall and attacks one of the wolves. And that 13 does hit. And the wolf he attacked only had 3 hit points, so he dies. Animal Spirit 2 phases through the wall and attacks the wolf. Will any wolf survive? With a 9, he doesn't kill it. He doesn't hit it. The zombie runs up the stairs. The skeleton starts running up the stairs, but he gets an opportunity attack against the spirit, or the spirit gets an opportunity attack, and he hits. And he takes 3 points of damage because he's resistant to necrotic, and then goes up the stairs. And we're at the beginning of round 4. Ragu, do you run up the stairs?
I most definitely run up the stairs.
All right, I'm going to stack everybody and take you outside.
And for any wolves that survive, I'm going to have them disengage and come up.
All right. Okay, well, in that case, I will have to continue playing this out. Wait, why? Okay, the wolves would then... Okay, they would take that opportunity to do it. Okay, so they're out then. So it looks like 4 of your wolves survived, which, all things considered, is not too bad. And the spirits, while you can hear them howling below, they do not seem to be coming up. So what's your next move?
Well, I think we got everything we got. Just in case there's any other spirits, I'll go ahead and I guess I'll take point with the wolves to move forward so that they can. I'll basically just have them attack anything that we encounter on the way out.
Okay, you managed to make your way out with the golems dead and the spirits trapped below. You managed to make your way out, assuming nobody touches anything.
Yeah, definitely plan not to touch anything.
Fair enough. You have made it out, and you eat the zombies and stuff. All survived. Actually, let me copy them so I have their current hit point values. since they did get damaged. All right, so you can see on the map the current state of the zombies and the skeleton, and you escape. So what do you do next?
Wow, that was terrifying.
That was
Are you?
quite a bit more of a fight than I personally was expecting here.
Yeah, no kidding. How are you doing, Oreo?
Yeah, I'm good. I think the question should really be going to Ragu. Or you? How are you still alive, man?
Yeah, I'm pretty darn close to not to
Sheer
biting it.
force of
No, I
will.
was fine. I trust everybody. We all work together. We can come out alive.
All right. Well, maybe what we should do is quit while we're ahead and go rest for the evening. Actually, hold on. Why don't we go ahead and drop this book off first, just to get that out of the way? Then we'll rest, and then I think we can take it easy for the next day.
That's a good idea. As
Okay.
Okay.
we're as we're heading back, I'm gonna go ahead and burn my second wind.
Okay. Go ahead and roll that now. And when you go to return the book, the guards tell you that the Lord has retired. However, they will take it to the butler, but they ask you for context.
Well, I'd rather deal with this in person. We'll just come back in the morning.
Okay. All right. So everybody goes back to the inn, and you take your short rest. Let me go ahead and advance time. It is now the 5th, the day of the Valenstar Celebration. All right. Does anybody do anything before you go to sleep?
Um, I probably should change up a spell because actually the wolves worked out pretty well, but that might have been a nice time to have Moonbeam up and running.
Fair enough. All right. So Pico
You're talking
changes.
about the night before, right? So we're still the night we just got home.
Yeah,
That's
yeah. You're
Yeah.
about to take your short rest. I'm asking if you're doing anything before you do that.
Yeah, no, I'm not. Okay, I'm good.
All right. I just for clarification, tomorrow is the Valenstar thing, and
Today it
immediately
is.
after
Yeah. Once
today
you
is.
guys wake up at 6 o'clock,
Yeah, it's in
All
the
right.
afternoon.
All right. So after the Valenstar thing, we'll have a complete long rest.
hopefully.
Oh, see, when you say
Oh,
hopefully, I'm kind of leery of that. Hopefully.
oh, I guess
Well, I
there's.
say hopefully because that's what I would like to happen.
Okay.
But it's
But I'm
D&D,
not gonna
man. Who
take
knows
a,
what could happen?
but I'm not
Yep.
gonna
That's
take away your agency to make it not happen.
okay.
Exactly.
No, that's what I would like to happen too. So I'm gonna go ahead and. Oh, that sucked. Well, that's better. Okay.
Okay, so all right, everybody takes a short rest, and you wake up the next day, probably sore. It is a chilly day. It is there's a few clouds in the sky, but no rain. So what are you gonna do?
What time is it that
Uh,
we're supposed to go to that thing?
6 p.m.
Oh, until the afternoon. Okay.
Wait, what's
Oh
the
yeah,
thing? You guys, what's the thing we're waiting for?
Valenstar Celebration, the big thing that we're all going to as a party because, well, in part because of Raging Ire winning in the tournament.
Shouldn't we wait for our party members then?
Yeah, that's
yeah, we're
actually,
gonna end it right then.
Yeah,
yeah, as
yeah,
soon as
yeah.
we say we're waiting for that, the session's over, and then we deal with all that. So this is just
Oh,
wrapping stuff up.
correct. We're still in the morning of, so we have like
Yeah.
Yeah.
12 hours to go or something like that.
Yeah, we have all morning to mess around and get anything else we want done. But as soon as we say we're going to the Valenstar celebration, that's when it's paused till next week when everybody's here.
Yeah. So I'm thinking about taking the delivering our package here now just to get it out of the way, and then I think we're good.
Okay, sounds good to me.
Hmm.
Uh,
Okay. All right. So you go back.
So I head out the door. I say, "Thank you for your help, Oreo. Sorry it got so hairy."
It's all good.
enjoy the salmon. And
All
I
right.
leave.
So you head back to the Lord's estate, and the guards, now recognizing you, just let you past. And as the butler opens the door, um, he bows and he says, "I trust you have good news for the Lord."
I believe so.
All right then, please follow me. And then as he leads you in, he says, "As before, please have a seat." And he gestures to the sitting room. And what news should I deliver?
Um, we found what he's looking for.
Excellent. And then he goes into the other room. All right, Ragu, I assume you're with them, or is it just Pico?
Yeah, I'm with him.
Okay. All right, a few minutes later, the butler comes back out. Did you guys do anything during those few minutes?
Just sit here and enjoy the ambiance.
All right, he walks up and he bows and he says, "Very good, sirs. I'm given to understand that the Lord is very pleased. Please follow me." And then he
Hello.
leads the way. And once you enter, you can see Lord Nadell sitting behind his desk and kind of tapping the floor with his cane in a rhythm. And then he says, "Welcome. I've heard that you have been successful. Is this true?"
I
I think
step
so.
up and just silently place the tome right there on his desk.
He looks at it, and then you can tell that he starts to reach for it, and then he seems to catch himself, and he puts his hands in his lap, uh, and he says, "Very good. I see that we may have yet a working relationship. I appreciate your speed and your honesty. So, as it is, unfortunately, I am busy this evening. Sure you can guess why. But afterward, I would like you to visit sometime, not urgently, but sometime within the next week or so, when you have an opportunity. And we can see what we can do about your situation. Thank you again."
And thank you.
And you will be escorted from the property now. Please return sometime after the Valenstar Celebration. And then the butler walks up, says, "Please follow me, sirs," and leads you out the door.
All right.
You get the impression as you're leaving that he seemed to be somewhat surprised that you had already returned with the prize.
I
And,
think that, yeah,
go ahead.
I was gonna say, I think the prize we were sent after was much more difficult to obtain than he had first let on as a simple favor. So with
And
that
you
in mind,
also
it
get the
got me to go.
impression that whatever trust you were supposed to earn, that process was greatly accelerated.
Yes.
Well, yeah, the fact that we did it on short notice and with some slight understaffing, I think that works in our favor.
All right, you've left the manor. So what are you doing next?
Well,
Um, I have to stop by uh oh, my mind went blank. The tailor.
Oh, Tapkin.
Sorry. I need to stop by Tapkin's shop really quickly, but
Okay. So you go to Tapkin's shop, and you can see he's straightening out some clothing, and you can tell that he seems rather happy. And as you arrive, he looks over. Oh, welcome back. Your suit's ready.
thank you.
And he goes to the back and he brings it out. You can see it's hanging nicely. It comes with shoes and gloves as well as the main suit itself. And he says, "I suspect you'll be the hit of the party with this."
Well, thank you very much. I knew you would be a great place to come to. How are you doing personally, by the way?
Much better. Um,
Much better.
there have
No,
been
no.
no issues since I came back, and there seems to be a lot more guards in the area, and things have been a lot safer.
Yes, well, that was my intention, and I'm glad you're much happier now.
Well, I guess I have you and your friends to thank for this.
And that is what we do, eh? And it's a very, very nice looking suit. I shall be putting in a good word about my tailor at the party.
Well, that's great to hear. Thanks again. You and your friends you have discounts for life. I can't give things away for free, but I can certainly make it cheaper.
That is much appreciated, my friend. All in a day's work. Go
All
ahead
right,
and
thank you very
take.
much.
So Devok, I think your one of your contractors wears extra slim.
I guess so.
Yeah, they might be wearing the most stylish undead garb to get through the city without being noticed.
That would be cool. Speaking of which, I can get 2 more. Just saying.
Oh, what a coincidence! We happen to have two more prospective employees for you.
True.
Don't forget though that the ones that you do have been damaged, and I don't remember how the spell works as far as healing them, but you'll have to look into that.
Yeah, I'll figure it out.
Jeremy, when they've left, I would like to start making my way over to Toulouse's place. At least once, as soon as it opens up.
Okay, yeah, you do, and she's definitely open. And as you show up, um, she looks over and is like, "Oh, Oreo, how can I help you?"
Well, two things, and I go all the way up to making sure that I see nobody else in the shop. Is it empty?
Yes.
I present first the letter that I was given by a certain someone, and next to it the item that I picked up.
Oh, she looks at it. It's like, okay, I didn't know that was happening now, but thank you. Um, uh, there is something that apparently you're supposed to get, but I don't have it quite yet. Can you, you know, that party, the Valenstar celebration? Once that's over, can you come back and you'll get your reward? I think you'll like it.
Sure. Uh, should I be worried about what that is though? And she kind of looks skeptically at the item. Because
I
Elru was pretty specific about it, and I'm concerned that this is going around.
Yeah, honestly, I don't know much. I was contacted by the guild and told I would receive it. It looks like they said was I was going to receive, but it's been rather dark. I haven't heard anything.
Okay, and the other thing I was gonna ask was if you'd said to come today, which I don't know how soon it is. If you did happen to fetch a contact of someone I can reach out to for potential enchantment in the upcoming future.
Oh, yes. I think I actually do have something I can do for you. So when you come to get your reward, I think we can deal with that as well.
Okey-doke. And then yeah, that'll be it for that. And then on the way out, I want to head over to the Full Barrow But
Okay.
my intention there is to scope out the entire area. I want to see how big the building is, entrances, exits, windows, everything.
The full barrel. Okay. And well, everybody's here, but you can ignore that. You're here on your own. So yep.
Is this the same spot that the first map that I was brought up to? Because the map you showed me in the beginning of the game
No, this is the
looks
full
different.
barrel where you found that chest. The
I
map.
meant the place that the note specifically
Oh,
where I was
okay.
supposed to
Yeah,
turn in
that would
the.
be the Metal Forgers Guild.
Yes, that. Sorry,
Okay,
my bad.
no problem. I thought you were going to do something at the full barrel. I'm like, oh, what are you going to do? I don't know. All right, so here
No.
you go.
Okay, so I just want to scope out the area, just start looking around.
Sure.
If
So
I,
this is a fairly busy street because this is basically the Guildhall district. So you can go around the building. There'll be people moving around. So go ahead.
yeah, I definitely don't want to be super obvious, so I'm just gonna go like a slow pace, kind of try and blend in with the crowds and just start to notice the area. So, do I see this as just the plain door, and how big is the building?
Okay, so the main door is over here. This seems to
Right.
be a side door. It looks like it's locked. You can see is crates on the side, and the building extends off this direction and then goes around. So it's a rather large building.
Right, and how tall is it again? I'm sorry.
It's still only about 20 feet. It's only 2 stories, but its footprint is large.
And what does the look of the roof look like? Is it like the similar roofing like on this side, or does it look like it's
So basically, the way it works is there's a large flat section that covers this side of the building that is a 1 story high roof. And then there is a smaller section where the roof comes up above the building. Actually, here, this will help. Ignore that. So
Yeah.
what I've done is I moved you to the second floor map, but on the outside, so
Okay.
you can see where the walls are, um, and so you can see how the second floor area is kind of sitting above. You see what I'm talking about?
Okay, I think I get it.
So
Okay.
yeah, so it's not the whole building isn't 2 stories, but that central area is.
Got it. Okay.
So I'm gonna go ahead and move
Keep
you
coming
back
back. Yep. Um,
because I keep putting you in the wrong places.
it's all good. So yeah, I'm gonna keep going around. So here just looks like a bunch of rubbish and just barren
Yeah,
stuff.
supplies, crates, a water barrel,
And
and then
then
here you see
and
some windows and another double set of a set of double doors. And when you
double
look through the
doors.
windows, you see some stacks of crates. It appears to be some sort of warehouse.
Okay. I'll take a peek on the other window just to see more, and it looks like it's just a really deep hall-ish. I'm assuming those are crates too.
Yeah, so it's basically a warehouse where the quote unquote hallways are just the spaces
I see.
between the crate stacks.
Okay. I'll start walking this way, and it looks like there's no windows or nothing on this side, right?
Right.
Back side.
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay. Um, Nothing here suspicious either.
No, there's some bushes, but there's nothing really there. It's just the back side of the building. You can see
Okay.
there's some other buildings. The street goes around. The building goes around over this direction.
Okay. And then more trash,
Yep.
I'm assuming.
Yep, but it's basically a little alleyway. This over here is a main street. This over here is a main street, and then you're kind of in a little alley section.
And then this area is the same spot of the entryway that
No, this is not the entryway. It's a different area. This
Oh,
is
this
another
is the
back
part with the
door,
bar. I
and
see.
then yeah, you see a window. Yeah, where the bar is, and then another set of double doors, which are locked at the
Okay.
moment.
Right. Okay. Let me see if there's anything else. And window
More
there, window
plants,
there.
and then this is
Yep.
the front door.
Got it. Okay. I think I'll take that as a note and then start heading my way back to the apartments, and that'll be it.
Okay. All right. You arrive back at the apartment. So while Oreo was away, was anybody else? And Ragu was away because he went to the tailor. Is anybody else doing anything?
I can't. I guess I'll be composing a message for Ragu to send. Once he comes back, I'll have him send it. That's probably about it for me.
Okay.
Oh, Mel? Oh, hold on a second. All right. On my way back from Tapkin's shop, I reach back into my pocket and pull out that note that Oreo was upset about.
Okay.
Thinking for a second, I'll go ahead and go there and try.
You're going to go to the Meadow Forgers Guild?
Yeah.
Okay. She's not there at the moment. It's just everybody's kind of stacked up. Here, in fact, I'll just stack everybody up.
I guess I'll just walk in. It says, let's see here.
Yeah, the door should be open. Yeah, it is open. So yeah, go ahead. As you walk in, and there's a person behind the desk, and it says, "Hello, How, this is the Metal Forgers Guild. Can I help you?"
Hello, I am here to speak to Kalik.
Oh, another one, huh? Well, I guess there is quite a few. All right. He points to the door. Go to the door to the north. He's behind the bar. You can't miss him. And he points this way. Okay, and you see a person behind the bar. You see he's kind of cleaning things up, and cleaning some glasses. And he looks up. Can I help you, sir?
Yes, I'm just here on business.
Say that again.
Yes, I am just here on business.
Oh, I see. So do you have the paper?
I put down the paper and I'm holding a small sack.
All right. Well, I don't recognize you. Who sent you?
Remembering the second note that Oreo had thrown down, one of the names on there was David, so I simply say David.
All right. Oh, where did my list go? All right. Well, I do have a list of people who are supposed to receive things. Please have a seat at one of the tables. I have to run upstairs and grab another one. The one I had before, it just vanished. I'm not sure why. So go have a seat, please. And then he goes upstairs. Um, so you're sitting there, the other people around. You see a human who looks grumpy and a dwarf who looks grumpier. They're sitting there nursing their drinks. What are you doing, if anything?
Just gonna sit there quietly and pay attention to everything going on. If I can hear anybody saying anything or talking.
Okay.
Is this the same guy that was at the other shop, or is it just the same token?
No, it's just repeating icon. Anyway,
Okay,
so yeah, the people at the tables near you, one of them seems to be grumbling because some supplies didn't arrive. Um, in the meantime, you hear the sound of metal on metal, and you can see flickering light and the occasional spark from the other room. You get the sense that some sort of forging is going on. Um, and as you're sitting there, a woman kind of walks through the door and stops where the bar is. Where is Kalik? I want a drink. Do you do anything?
Um, do I recognize the lady?
No. Well, actually, you do. She was standing out in the main area, but you don't know who she is.
Okay. I'll try and make a note of what she looks like to make sure I remember it, but do my best to look like I'm not paying attention.
Okay. And then Collet comes walking in. Oh, just hold your horses. I know you've spent 5 minutes and you're going to wither away, but just give me a minute. Let me deal with this guest first. He looks up. David, you say? Come. You can come back. You go to the other room. I'll deal with you in a minute. Fine. She leaves. All right. It looks like your name is on the list. I still don't understand where my list went. It was here yesterday. There was some tabaxi who can't. Never mind. I shouldn't. I shouldn't go on. Anyway, you are on the list. So if you pay your 500 silvers, I got your cloak.
I put that small bag of 500 silvers on the table.
All right. He takes it. And then says, "Oh well, I got your cloak right here. Give me the paper as well." And then she hands you the cloak. The cloak itself has it's a silvery cloak, and it has the in gold, silver, and gold trim. It has the metal forger symbol on there. But more to the point, as far as interest goes, is it acts the same as a cloak of protection.
Okay, cloak of protection.
And he sends that to you. He's like, all right then. Well, just remember that if you have guild business to wear your cloak, and of course you should have received your identification already. And also remember that the downstairs is off limits. It's locked, but just in case it's ever open, do not go down there. But I think that will be all for today. So unless you want to buy a drink, I think we're done.
I couldn't hear most of that, but you said I think we're done there.
Oh, he said. Okay, sorry. So he said that make sure you wear the cloak when you're on guild business. That you should have received your identification already, and that the downstairs is off limits. The door is locked, but just in case it's open. And when he was saying that, he was pointing at the thick metal lock door.
Okay. The thick metal lock door is.
It's right here.
Oh, that one. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, apparently that leads
kinda...
downstairs, which apparently is off limits.
Okay. I nod and give a very short thank you, and I go ahead and leave.
Okay. Okay, I'll take you back to the map.
Okay. So
Do
we
you
now are having to. Oh, go ahead.
do you do anything else before you head back to the apartment?
Nope, just head straight back to the apartment. Oh, as I'm heading back to the apartment, I go ahead and get just some paper and twine and wrap the cloak up so it's like a mailing type package. Just
Okay.
wrap it up.
Fair enough. They'll give you paper and twine if you ask for it at the guild hall.
Okay, that'll work.
All right, Pico. Ragu has just arrived. It's probably been 2 hours, so it's probably mid-morning. So what do you do?
Could I have you use one of these sending scrolls?
Of course. This I can be doing for you.
And what do you have him say?
I was going to worry about that part later, since
Okay.
Eco would have had hours to write it down. But
You can tell me between games then.
yeah, the gist of it is basically going to be that opportunity to run shop in Lumev. Please arrive at earliest convenience.
Okay.
Lodging's covered, kind of thing.
Fair enough. All right. Is anybody else doing anything before the Valenstar Celebration?
I
And
am
we're almost
going
at the
to-
end, so if the answer is no, there's no problem. Go ahead.
Yeah, there's nothing on my end.
I was gonna say if Oreo is not in her bedroom, then I'm going to simply paste the package on her bed and leave it there.
I would
Okay.
be there, so you would find her.
Oh,
Okay, you find
in that
Oreo.
case,
So what do you do?
I kind of walk in with my hands behind my back and say, "How are you feeling?"
Doing pretty good. We've got a party for later, right? So should be better.
Yes, we do. Yes, and you are having some fancy duds to be wearing to that party. You should see mine. They are very nice. Black and gray, very regal and very military cut style.
You
Very
got something
stylish.
tailored? Seriously? That's
Yeah,
hmm.
my friend Tapkin there. Remember we helped him out?
I half the things you guys talk about just go over my head. So if that's who we help, that's awesome.
Yes, well, I felt bad. I knew you were very frustrated yesterday, and I wanted to help any way I could. So, and I pull out the package and hand it to you.
She looks confused and opens it.
It's a silver
And
cloak
it's
with the symbol of the Metal Forgers Guild with gold trimming, and it acts like a cloak of protection magic item.
You went there, didn't you?
I did.
Then this is for you because I can't accept this. I appreciate it though, but no thanks.
Okay. Well, I must tell you at the very least that you did do all of the work for it. I mean, all I did was show up, but if you had not had that other list with all the names scratched out and not scratched out, I would not have been able to pick this up. So you did do all the work for it. I
It
just
doesn't
showed up
feel
at
that
the end.
way. That's just she just kind of shrugs and says it's all right. Maybe you can add this to the tailored suit you've got. Maybe it'll make you even look even spazzier.
Thank you. Well, I am hoping that you're feeling better, and considering all the stuff I was seeing yesterday, I'm referring to your plans and grappling hook and rope and stuff all set out, and you were busy working. Um, there is probably stuff like this and more still in the building, but I don't know. And I slowly back out the door with a little smile.
Probably, but I mean, it's fine. It's all good. It's thanks. We'll see you later.
All right.
All right. So we now have a cloak of the appropriate guild of the bad guys, so we can have the ability to be sneaking in there if we need. That, aside from the fact that it's also +1 magic cloak, just the disguise would be helpful. Yes. Am I talking to myself in an empty room?
Well, you
Yes,
said you
you
stepped out
are.
of the. Yeah, you said you stepped out
Oh
of
yeah, I thought.
Oreo's room.
Sorry, I thought I was referring to Devok and Pico.
Yeah.
All right.
Right.
All right. I think that's where we'll end the session then. I am setting up the experience now. Just hold on. There we go. Alrighty. And so Oreo,
I failed twice.
yeah.
Persuasion and
Perception. Because yeah, you were trying to.
intimidation.
Oh.
And,
No, I think that was. I think you chose persuasion instead of
No, there were
intimidation, which failed.
two. No, there were multiple rolls. If you want to scroll up, go for it. But I
Oh,
rolled
never
several
mind.
times.
yeah.
Well, that does it too. Even if it didn't, I think the perception would have worked in this case since you were trying to get some specific information that you were cut off from. So yeah, you're definitely maxed out on that.
Ragu, did you get two fails or
I
just
was
one?
about to ask. I was about to ask David that. Did you
I
catch a
don't
second
know,
time? I
unfortunately.
have to scroll
I'm gonna go
backwards.
with one then for now, and then we can
Okay.
adjust it later if need be. All right. So there we go. So session 35, 1,820 experience points with 1120 for encounters, 140 for goals, 280 for treasure and 280 from exploration, with Oreo, Pico, and Devok getting 280 from learn by failure, Ragu getting 140, and Galen and Ire getting none.